Is it? Could it be? Could it really be TikTok sensation Kevin Chapman? Surely not. It is. Hello, boys and girls. How are we doing? Can you hear me? I hope you can hear me. Usually when I've had a week off streaming, something is broken when I come back. So I am assuming I've broken something. I don't know what it is that I've broken. Maybe the camera isn't working. No, the camera's working. I think the microphone's working. I think we've got music. Lights are all good. I'm assuming when we try and play the game, that won't work. How are we all doing? Anyway, welcome to the pre-stream stream, boys and girls. This is where the cool kids hang. If you are new, don't worry. You've not missed anything. The stream doesn't start for 5 more minutes. This is just where we hang out before the stream begins because my face is more interesting than a starting soon countdown thing. And we can chat here. What should we chat about? Do you want to see my new toys? New toys, you say? Which side's the address on? That side. Thank you for the sub, Valdexus. I've got the latest. I think these Series 4 or Series 5 of the AEW Unrivaled figures. The boxes are all a little bit battered. I've been keeping them all in boxes. I've got all of these so far. I've been keeping them in boxes, but they're all a little bit smashed up because they ship them over from the States and there's little holes in it. I think I might just have to get them all out and play with them, but I've got all of these. They're very cool. I'm not going to get them all out, but they arrived today. And as soon as they arrived, I ordered the next batch. Oh. You can't have too many wrestling figures. I'm really tempted to get this one out of the box, which was, I think, from Series 3, because it's got one of those little mini skateboards with actual wheels on. Hello, Anna.
You know, remember you said you weren't going to buy clutter?
Right.
I'm watching the vlog and you know...
No, Dave, you can't wind him up. He's pulling a wire.
I'm watching this. He's got more clutter.
Wrestlers. I've got a complete collection. Right, one of you needs to leave the room because you were whipping him up and he's trashing everything.
I know, he's trying to get his...
Everyone's saying hello to Anna. Hello, Anna. Look, Anna.
I'm now allowed here.
Shh, they don't... You can't say stuff like that. We're still doing a countdown, woman.
Oh, God, you did one.
Goodness me. Is he trashing everything? Oh, no, okay.
Kevin.
I ran Dave over the other day on my new chair and that happened. I don't know what part of him that's from. But that's what... Dave, get off. Get out from under my wheels. Get off my cables. Oh, my word. Dave.
At least it's a bit more room.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Oh, he shouldn't get under my wheels. It's only hair. Goodness me. How are we all anyway? After that ridiculous, noisy interruption that destroyed everything. Everything's been destroyed. We were just speculating on what might be broken. Maybe nothing was broken, but now there's plenty that's broken. Of that, I am sure. My word. How is everyone good? Have we all had a nice week of me not streaming? You all had a nice week off. Beagles, thank you for the bits. Of me having to... 7 nights in a row of Anna being at work all night. And then ridiculous sleep schedules. And, oh, her nights are tough on me. That's for sure. Rick the Ref, thank you for the sub. Jay Straight, thank you for the sub as well. Much appreciated, one and all. Let's see what's going on down in the chat. What have you all got to say for yourselves? I've just noticed Valdexos just hit his 24 months, which is awesome. Can't believe Anna spotted that I had new... When does she ever watch the stream? She's seen I've got new toys. Ridiculous. She never knows when my new wrestlers arrive. That's the 4th or 5th box of them that I've had since we've lived here. She's at work when my wrestlers arrive, usually. Right, let's see. Dave's been Manscaped. Maybe I did test Manscaped out on him. Who knows? Welcome back, Kev. Nice AEW shirt. This is my first AEW shirt that I bought way back. I don't even know if this one's still on sale. I got this one way back. I think this was before the first Dynamite. I had this. All right, Anna. Yeah. Where do you think all these wrestlers have come from?
I don't know, Kevin. I don't really look.
Got a lot of wrestlers around this room. I'm going to have them all on the walls. I need a wrestler room. I need a big office.
You chose this office.
We should have bought Mega Office when we had the opportunity to. Dr. Max, thank you for the sub. How many days left for the announcement? The announcement is on Saturday, 5 p.m. Saturday, 5 p.m, vlog channel. That's when the announcement is happening. Do I think Dr. Benji will ever win a showdown? Not a chance, no. He's had 10 opportunities and not won it yet. I don't see how anyone can't just win it their first go. It's that easy. I won my first 2. You know, people talking about Clates winning 2 back-to-back. I won my first 2. My first 2. The first 2. He's got a lot to learn, that boy. But no, Ben won't ever win one now. He's had too many opportunities and he keeps blowing it. Anna reminds me of Aunt B. I don't know what that means. I'm surprised you've not got Jericho's lightning jacket. I've probably got it on a Jericho figure. I've got 3 or 4 Jericho figures somewhere. So I imagine I've got that on a figure. I don't own the jacket itself. Put it up as a premiere of an obnoxious title and thumbnail. The problem with premieres on the vlog channel is they go nuts. So I'm not going to do that. It'll just go out as a normal video. The announcement will be in the first 10 seconds of the video. I'm not gonna string it out YouTube style. It'll just be an announcement right at the start. Aunt B is a television character from a show set in my home state from the 1960s. You'd find it funny. I bet I wouldn't. 1960s comedy is just racist, sexist nonsense usually, isn't it? I imagine every joke is, look at that woman, look at that, let's not go down this road. But that's all comedy was in the 60s. Racism and sexism. Right, should we play some Football Manager? Oh, no, that's the wrong button. There you go. My buttons are wrong. I got that bit wrong. Right. I didn't realise we were second in the league when I loaded the game up. I imagine I had a good idea last stream that things had gone like this. Tabakaru's already got 28 goals and it's only January. What? Okay. Anna's just turned their PlayStation on and then off again. 23 from 21. That's not too bad, is it? 28 from 28 in all competitions. So he's leading the way to fire us to this, but this is ridiculous. We are second in the league. 6 points clear of Tottenham in 5th place. Well beyond the halfway point of the season. Have we spent a lot of money to do this? I'm re-familiarising myself with the saves. I've not opened it for a week. This is season 11 of this save. If you haven't seen the story so far, you can check that out down in the chat. There'll be a command to help you out with that. Oh, I remember this guy. I remember now. We did spend some money. We have got a good team. We're gonna do some football, boys and girls. So we're playing Millwall. Look at that run that we've had in January. Holy smokes! You'd think I'd remember this happening. We won 8-3 away at Arsenal in the league. What on earth? We're on a journey of discovery here, boys and girls. Well, so FA Cup 4th round against Millwall. Millwall are 19th in the Championship, so there should be a cup in our future. We're in Europe. We've got the Europa League to come as well. Well, what a stream we've got ahead of us, boys and girls, and we're back to proper stream schedule shenanigans this week as well. So we're going to be streaming tonight. We're going to be streaming Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday this week. I think I am going to settle down into a 3-stream-a-week schedule in the next few weeks. I'm just not exactly sure what those nights are going to be just yet, or even what the times are. Once Saturday has happened, once the countdown is over, and you realise just how much everything is changing, you'll realise that will likely have an impact on stream days, stream times. So everything is up in the air. Everything is changeable. Everything is changing. There's a very good chance I'm going to go back to 8 o'clock starts again for the streams, because they're likely to be more convenient than 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock is a bit of a rush. Do we want to sell the manship? He's not really played for us this year, and it's a big offer we've had for him. But then, I don't know. Stevic is only here on loan for the year, isn't he? But this is a big offer for the manship. 25.5 million. Should we be cheeky rascals and see how far we can push them? See if they're interested in a go. Okay. Fair enough then. I was starting a negotiation there. I now wonder if I should have gone a little bit higher. Well, the manship's on his way out then. How much have we got? We've got £65 million to spend. So we already sold Jindra for 36.5 earlier in January. So with another 30 odd coming in, we are going to have close to £100 million to spend in the next 10 days. Cal, thank you very much for the sub. Let's see what we can spend this money on, I guess. Have we already maxed out on our is it under 21s? I never know. Is it under 21s? You're only allowed 6 foreign under 21s a season. I think it's under 21. So we've had... Does the season start here? Are they just counting them on this page, do we think? I think they're just going to count them from this page. So anyone we snuck in there potentially doesn't count. So how old is he? He's over. GeForce, thanks for the bits. He would have been under when he signed. So that's 1. He would have been under when he signed. 2. No. No, he was from Liverpool. No. So we've at most signed 2, even if we count the ones from here. He would have been under, so that would be 3. No, he was from Norwich, so that doesn't count. 4. 5. So absolute worst case scenario, we've still got room for 1 more, and we've got £100 million to spend. So there you go. Should we just get the best one? Should we sign a defender from Championship Newcastle for £100 million? That would be insane. I've been watching some of your older vlogs, came across game night ones, saw you play Blockbuster, enjoyed it. I really enjoy playing Blockbuster. I can't wait for being able to play board games again. That's a big thing that COVID has stopped. Being able to play board games again is going to be awesome. Well, I don't really know what we do here. There's not really anything I want. It's like it's like getting your birthday money. My birthday's in July, so every year I'd get my birthday money in the middle of summer. There's no good toys in the summer. There's no games out in summer. Every year as a kid, I'd get my birthday money and we'd wander around Toys R Us or wherever it might be, and I'd have nothing to spend it on because everything's coming out in a few months' time, and I feel like I'm in that situation. I've got all this spensies burning a hole in my pocket, knowing as well if I don't spend it, I'm not getting any next season. So I've got to get it spent or I lose it effectively. There's not really anything I want. My home shirt came today and I love it. Awesome. I'm still waiting on my blue one. I've got the other 2, but I am still waiting on the blue one. Apparently there was 1 box that got held up at customs, so they'll be with us eventually. I mean, this suggests a goalkeeper would be handy. I mean, we're pretty strong in every position. Someone's saying the Chinese left back, what, him, at Manchester City. Is he any better than what we've got, though? That's the question. He's no better than Oroz. Let's do a comparison. Okay, he's better going forward, but Oroz is a much better defender. So I guess it depends on what we want out of our left back. I don't really want to spend. I mean, he's going to cost us 60 or 70 million pounds for a player that we're not even necessarily going to use. I don't think we really need him. Right back. Who have we got at right back? Oh, we bought an expensive right back, didn't we? A really snazzy centre back would go down nicely. I am actually wondering about that guy at Newcastle. I know it seems nuts, but he's only 19. I bet he's a wonder kid. 19-year-old wonder kid. who signed for the... I don't know why he went there. He's gone to play for them in the Championship. He's better than any other defender we've got. Oroz is a centre-back, is he? He's not in the team at all there. Oroz, what are you? Oh, he is a centre-back. Hold the phone then. Hold it. See, you don't know this team better than I do. This is what happens when I have time off. So behind him... Okay, maybe we do need the left-back. So Oroz is a centre-back. Zalazar we're using midfield, don't we? So maybe we could get the Newcastle guy and the Chinese guy. Plus, because they're both already in England, they don't count towards the youngster limit. Let's see if we can get him. A high fee may be required as Man City may not be willing to sell. You're telling me. When was he scouted? 6 months ago. 6 months ago, we could have got him for that kind of range. I mean, let's just test the water with a £30 million bid. We ain't getting him. No. No. We're not getting him. Right. Where's the lad from Newcastle gone? My goodness. When was he scouted? What do the agents say about him? He's in the Championship. We should be able to get him for a reasonable price. Eva, thank you very much for the sub.
You could sell your stadium and buy him if you wanted, haha.
So he's not fully scouted. Let's compare him to Oroz. Cool, blimey. He's a big boy. Is he? Oh, he is a big boy. He's 6'6". Coach Armo, thank you for the sub. So, I like a big boy. The only problem is left-footed. Every player I'm interested in at the moment is left-footed. It's the same as the midfield for home. They're all left-footed. What's going on in the chat? I feel like I'm getting behind. What settings do I use for FM? I'm not sure what you mean. What do you mean by settings? Part of this should also depend on when I'm considering leaving. Probably not now. Have you seen this team of Wonder Kids we're collecting? We're probably going to win the Champions League here and then decide if we want to go somewhere else or do a new save. Somerset Fruitcake, thank you for the sub. But I think we assume we're at Sheffield United for another year or two. When's Jeffrey coming to inspect my pipe again? Thursday. Thursday, Jeffrey's back. So fingers crossed, Thursday night, we should have the most lightning stream of lightning streams. I'll basically be streaming in the future. It'll be amazing. I'll just sit here streaming myself, streaming something else. Everything on. Oh, it's going to be spectacular. Should we make an offer for this guy and see what we can get him for? Has he not got a release clause or anything? He's only 19 as well. That's the other thing to remember about him. So let's see. See, we're under FFP by over 100 million still. What did the agent say we could get him for? 45 to 90. I don't really want to pay it all in one go either, because that just seems silly for this amount of money. So let's say we'll do 50 on that and then stick 20 like that and make that as an offer and see what they say. That'll do for now. Where's my coffee? I don't know where my coffee is. This is disastrous. Found it. Ooh, nice and cold. I don't know if that's the right one. There's several cups on the desk at the moment. It's been one of those weeks. I need to get myself sorted out again this week. Get myself back into the rhythm. Back into a rhythm of normality. I don't have a cup cam at the moment, I'm afraid. I had a barbecue at the weekend. That does sound good, Fleming. I bought a barbecue today. Well, actually, I bought it on Saturday. It got delivered today. This is how cool my life is now. This is what I spent my Saturday night doing. While Anna was at work, I had the Streamer Showdown on one screen. And on the other screen, I was trying to find a barbecue. Because I wanted a nice gas barbecue, but they're out of stock everywhere. From, like, I went to Homebase, Argos, Amazon, B&Q, very anywhere I could think of that might sell a good gas barbecue. They're out of stock. So I changed my plan. I'll get a good gas barbecue in the winter so it's ready for next year. And I bought myself one of those oil barrel charcoal ones that'll do for this summer. I've not had a proper barbecue for years, like 2 or 3 years. And to make sure I'm able to continue using it, I purchased a thing now. I don't know if you're familiar with these. I was fascinated when I found out these exist. It's this thing that you plug it into the wall and then push it around over your grass and it cuts the grass. I didn't know such a thing could exist. I forget what it was called. A grass cutter, lawnmower. I bought a lawnmower. I don't know if you've seen these. I've not had one before. It was fascinating. And I've bought a lawnmower as well. So proper adulting going on. I purchased a lawnmower and an expensive barbecue, like a barbecue that's not just supposed to last one summer and then rust over the winter where you don't put it away. So I'm pretty proud of myself. I'm becoming a real adult at 38 years old. I'm becoming a real boy. This guy is a wonder kid, an English wonder kid. The only problem is he plays in a position we don't really need. Well, apparently he's a wing back. I mean, what nonsense is that? Who wants a wing back in this day and age? He's not even got very much potential. See, if that's your standard for a wonder kid these days, it is a sorry state of affairs. Right. Newcastle are playing hardball here. What the hell? Newcastle, you're not even guaranteed to be coming back up to the Premier League. On what planet do a championship side turn down £80 million for a 19-year-old? I don't really want him anymore. Just absurd. Awful name. Thank you for the sub. My lawnmower is fancy as well. Hold on, I want to find it. Because we don't have a shed or a garage. But we do have what used to be a downstairs toilet, and we now just use it as a utility room. That's where our washing machine's plumbed in. We use it as like a utility room slash storage area. So I wanted to get one that I could put in there. I think it's spelt stupid. Easy Store lawnmower. See, I'm so chuffed with my lawnmower that I've got. I think it was this one. Yeah, look how it folds up. That's so cool. I can't really... It's not arrived yet. I can't really envision in my head how big that's still going to be. But I'm thinking that can go in the utility room, maybe. If not, we'll need to get a shed. Oh, dear. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. How long have I had TikTok? 3 days. It's still really big. I have one. Oh, joy. See, we did buy something last year that we haven't started to use yet. Home base. It's not a shed. It's... I don't know. Is that how... One of these. We bought one of these when we first moved in, and it's still in its box. We haven't assembled it yet. I think it was this exact one, actually. We bought one of these. We do have a bike each, which we kind of wanted to be able to put in these. At the moment, the bike's just under a plastic cover in the garden. But hopefully we can fit the... In my mind, we're going to be able to fit both bikes, a lawnmower and a barbecue in this when we assemble it. I suspect that's not going to be the case. We shall see. Follow the world's greatest TikToker. I think you'll find, Scotty, I'm a TikTok sensation. We have to use the terminology correctly. I'm TikTok sensation, Mr. Kevin Chapman. I've got TikTok because of Kev. If you don't want TikTok, hold on. Kev's got you covered. If you like Kev and want to follow him as a TikTok sensation, but don't want to have TikTok, I thought of everything. because I've done a new YouTube channel called Kevin Chapman Shorts, where I'm literally just re-uploading the TikToks. So if you don't want to follow me on TikTok because you don't like TikTok, you can just subscribe to this new channel where I'm just going to upload the TikToks. See? Always thinking. Kev's got you covered. Always thinking of you, lot. I'm a hero. No bikes. So you're saying I'm not going to get the bikes in there, but I should get the mower in. Can I get the mower and the barbecue in there? Because ultimately, I couldn't care less about the bikes. As long as I can fit the mower and the barbecue somewhere where they're not going to get ruined. That's all I'm really interested in. How about I do both? Both is the preference, definitely. Already subbed to the shorts, as I'll never get TikTok. Fair enough. I mean, I was the same. I said I'd never get TikTok, and I've been really enjoying it over the last few days. Not just creating content for it, but also discovering content on it. It's actually quite good fun. What is going on here? Liverpool want this guy. We're in. This is our new transfer policy. If someone else wants a player, we just want to take them too. Yeah, we're going to make an offer for this guy. He's a wonder kid, isn't he? He's a wonder kid. Liverpool have offered 37 million. We've got money to burn. We're competing with Liverpool for the title. Let's just get in there and throw the cash around. That's how you do it, boys and girls. This is how you compete in the Premier League. Anytime you see a wonder kid, you just buy them, especially if a rival team wants them, even if you don't need them. I have the same one. We have a lot of the same gear. Just copying me, Beagles. You're obsessed. Alternatively, just tell me what to buy next. What am I getting next? It's almost as if both of us have spent a little bit of time searching around for the cheapest option for all of the adult things that we need. The cheapest, most convenient option. I had it first. That's not how history's going to see it, Beagles. And confirm I'm your 207th sub on YouTube and 1,383rd follower on TikTok. Thank you very much. I expect you to memorize those numbers. If I test you on them in a few weeks, I expect you to still know. So you might want to write them down somewhere. Oh, dear. I'm my own first 6. I've got 6 YouTube channels now. So I was the first 6 subscribers to Kevin Chapman Shorts. Didn't think you would make a vlog out and about again. It says on YouTube, no more vlogs. Then you should have gone past the headline and listened to what I actually said or read the actual words I put on that headline. The headline, as ever with YouTube, I had to do the thing that caught your attention. So that caught your attention. You were then supposed to read the rest of it. At which point you'd see that I never said never. Because I never say never. Where is the German guy? Oh, he's on holiday. Why are they both on holiday? Tabakaru and Diekmeyer are both on holiday. What moron decided that was a good idea? I guess it's only Millwall. Six, thought you had 4. Well, I've got 4 that I regularly upload to now, which is mad. And then there's also Robotic Kev, which is my mod for when I stream on YouTube. I have Robotic Kev in there as a mod, so I had to create a channel for Robotic Kev. And Through Andy's Eyes would be number 6. Which, again, I don't promote anywhere because he hasn't made a video for that for 6 months. I think it might be done. No one ever reads the rest of the article. Well, that's their problem, not my problem. I can still call back on it and say, yes, but look, I actually said this. And if people were only going to take one message away, the message I wanted them to take away at the time was stop asking for vlogs. So that was the important bit. If people were only going to retain one piece of information, it was please stop asking me to produce vlogs when I can't. So, yeah, I guess it got the job done. Oh, this is a lovely move. Mature Gamer. I guess that's channel number 7. That one's not actually my channel, though. I don't know who owns or who has the logins or anything to that channel. It's certainly not me. There's also the Best Thing From channel. I think Sheepdog's got both of them. I think there's a Kevin Steve channel A best thing from channel and a mature gamer channel, which I think are all under Sheepdog's name. I haven't brought an Apple Tango out here with me. I've made a terrible error. Oh, Anna, are you still watching? Anna? You still watching? Anna, if you're still watching... Oh, it's dry in here. I'd love an Apple Tango. She's not watching. Oh, no. Home FC official YouTube channel with interviews with the players. That will happen eventually when the club happens, which will happen one day. Ring the bell and the Apple Tango will arrive. All that will happen is I'll have the bell taken off me. Oh, I thought that was going to be a very rascally finish. Did I find any games similar to Persona 5? No, all I can establish is there aren't any. There's nothing quite like it. We can all band together and fund Home FC. Don't you worry. When the time comes, that's exactly how we're going to do it. We'll do a Kickstarter or an Indiegogo or whatever the cool thing is at the time. A separate Patreon, whatever it needs to be. Maybe that's how I get my Patreon back up and running again. I say, right, if we get this to £5 a month, then we'll start the football club for real. For realsies. I have no concept of how much it will cost to get a football club off the ground. At all. We crowdfunded Home FC in real life. Can we name the real life players after ourselves? I don't see why not. Can't see any reason why the players wouldn't like that. I'll just tell them it's the way things have always been done at home. They'll get on board with it, I'm sure. We'll stick Lonker on up front. Why not? Why is my home download not letting me open it? Because I want to start it. Don't know. Found you for YouTube because I've got an urge to get back into football management sims. Don't know how many hours I shoveled into Champman 97, 98. Those were the years. Those were the years. Those were the days. It was a good version. That was one of my first real obsessive versions. I've been on board since Championship Manager 2, but 97, 98 was a good year. It was the year that was the year I did my GCSEs. So presumably, I don't even remember what time of the year games like that came out. Back in the 90s, I don't remember us ever knowing when games released. You just saw them in Electronics Boutique and it was like, oh, okay, that's out. I'll have me some of that. But I feel like I spent the whole of summer 1998 rinsing that game. I don't know if that lines up time-wise. When did 97, 98 come out? It might have even been the one before. But when I was on my leaving school because I've done my GCSEs leave, I just played a lot of Championship Manager. This looks a lot more intensive than Champman used to. Yeah, I imagine if you've not played it much since then, and then you're coming back into it now, things have changed a lot. For me, because I kind of just went with it every year, and it was just a little bit more complex year on year on year. It's never really felt like a big, whoa, this is really different. But yeah, I think if you dropped out of it for 20 years and then came back, it would look like a different game. It's certainly a lot of fun still, though, and that's the important thing. The one difference you will notice is it takes a lot longer to complete a season now. I used to be able to complete a season in a Saturday afternoon into a Saturday evening kind of deal, listening to the football on the radio, settle in for a Saturday and get through an entire season. Whereas now you're looking at 15 to 18 hours probably to do a season. Posture check. Because my A-levels are cancelled, I've been playing a lot of Football Manager. Seems very wise. Very wise decision. It's a good investment in your future. Speaking from experience, I shouldn't even say this sentence. I did my A-levels. I did GCSEs. I've got a degree. I'm a qualified teacher. The only thing that helps me these days with paying my bills, though, was all that time I spent playing Football Manager as a kid. So, to me, playing Football Manager was more important than doing my degree. Because there's only one of those things that I still use to pay the bills now. Probably not good advice for everybody, would be my suggestion. But, worked for me! They've used the wrong formula but got the right answer. Somehow FM paid off. Exactly. Oh, Wonder Kid o'clock. Chilean. I think we've looked at this guy before. Too cheap. Too cheap. How good a Wonder Kid can he be for £8 million? Consider this comment my formal application to manage Home FC once you get the club up and running. I think the commute might be a bit too long for you. So FM's the same people as Championship Manager. It certainly is. Yep. Name changed in... I don't know. What? He's agreed a deal with Liverpool before even discussing terms with us. What a turd sack. It was like 2005, 2006. I just got raided. Did I? Thank you for the raid, whoever's raided me. I don't see a notification, so I can't thank whoever it was, but thanks. Raiding's fun. Am I noticing there's like embedded replies in the Twitch chat now? Because that is confusing me. Because I can't see the whole of the original comment people are replying to. Whereas before it would be ats, wouldn't it? What's going on? It's been in some channels for a while. It's annoying. It is annoying. I find that much harder to follow the flow of the conversation. Hover over it. It doesn't work when I hover it because I've got the chat loaded in OBS Live. You have to click to then see the thread. I guess I'll just keep my nose out of your conversations from now on. I'm a Brighton supporter. Used to enjoy taking on Brighton in Division 3 at the time, building them up. Wouldn't be as fun starting straight away in the Prem. We'll pick someone who was in the Prem then, but has now fallen on hard times. Like, I don't know. Who would have been Premier League back then, but is now rubbish? I'm trying to think of a 1998 Premier League side. Wigan have kind of recovered. Bolton would be a good one. Yeah, Portsmouth, Bradford. Bradford's a good shout. Swindon were a little earlier, I think. I think Swindon had already started falling down again by 98. I think. I could be wrong. I can't believe this guy's gone to Liverpool without me even having the opportunity to discuss terms with him. We'd have paid him double that salary just to keep him away from Liverpool. Look at that goaltender. He could have been the new Prieto for us. Talking of, why get a new Prieto when we could just bring the original back? He hasn't only just joined them. He's got a £119 million release clause. Yeah, release him. Woo! He isn't going to discuss terms with me. There's no point. I want my boy back. Oh, does he look Spanish to you? Yes, he is. Same release clause as the last time I looked. But I don't remember the last time, Scott. You lot remember what's going on better than I do. Someone said in the comments to one of the YouTube videos, I think it was the home video, they weren't being mean or anything. Well, it was banterific. Something along the lines of that I often miss stuff that's on the screen. Yeah, I miss stuff that's on the screen. You lot can just sit there reading the screen. I'm sat here trying to entertain and get the gist from the screen. Just sitting there and reading the screen out really slow. How boring a stream would that be? I'm going to read every word from here for you now. Ooh, Morocco have overcome their rivals in the African nations. Also in the African nations, Koulibaly got the job done. Also in the African nations, Ganago captures the attention. Also in the African nations, Mali eased to victory. Also in the African nations, a dominant win for Ghana. And I get the odd comment of, Kev, I can't believe you missed on the screen where it said Toronto were playing Chivas. Wouldn't you want to know what was going on? How am I going to see that? I'm not looking over there. Bum, 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 bum. Jenkins is injured. Maybe we do need a centre-back. And Diekmeyer's now injured as well. We're running out of football players. Bum, bum, dum, dum, dum. That's different than not properly reading a stadium announcement. But I'm not going to read every line of a stadium announcement either, am I? I saw there was a stadium announcement. I scanned it quickly for a date. I didn't read it at all because I haven't got time to read it while I'm making a video. I realised afterwards. But by then it's too late. Plus, you've got to leave some mistakes in for comment bait. It's how you win at YouTube. If I didn't make any mistakes, I'd get half the comments I do. And then the videos wouldn't get as many views. Oh, are the mistakes deliberate? No, they're not, but they're fortuitous. There's nobody. I mean, do we go back in for this guy? We've offered them a stupendous amount of money for him. They wanted, was it 90 they wanted? Hold on. Let's do the double installment trick. So they want 90 million. There you go. Have 90 million, but you're not having any up front. Or don't let me pay more than 72. Right, well, now we know the price. So let's go back in at a flat 72. We've got the money. Oh, has he got a release clause? Oh, you wally, Kevin. Oh, TikTok sensation, Mr. Kevin Chapman. What were you thinking? He's got a release clause. Beautiful. New defender. In he comes. Sensational work. I am the transfer genius. I might change my username to that. I am the transfer genius. Bow down before me. I am the transfer genius. Yeah. I want a striker as well. We haven't got enough strikers. Why is he available for free? This doesn't seem right. Because he's not been scouted since he was at Man City. That makes more sense. He looks like he would have been a really good signing. Weird. Why didn't we sign him? How did I miss him? Which one of you lot wasn't paying attention? Right, Aston Vanilla are in for players that I'm interested in again. So, do we want this guy? Seeking 19, thank you very much. Thank you for the thingamy-bob. Kev's bringing back daily vlogs as daily TikTok. I think I am going to be doing daily TikTok. I don't think there's any reason not to. It's relatively easy as long as you've got an idea. I think I could knock something relatively humorous out once a day. Owen redeemed to check on his player. Well, Owen can wait until I've decided if I want this guy. Form an orderly queue. I just want a attacking player. A non-specific attacking player. Just so I feel like I've gone out and bought one. Has he got a release clause as well that I've not noticed? This is getting silly now. Clubs are rejecting all my offers. Right, it was Owen. Owen. You are at Celtic, where you have been for a couple of years, having left Chelsea. You play regularly. You have a porn moustache, and you never played for England. Congratulations. What is the Bugs Bunny challenge, Scotty? Armstrong or Tony? Tony, obviously. You could have put any name before that. You could have said Messi or Tony. I'm taking Tony. Who else? Just Glider Dan. What's your player called, Dan? I need more information. What's Dan's player called? I need to know what Dan's player's called. Just Dan. Okay. Just Dan. Just Dan. You're 17 years old. You're Northern Irish. You are a midfielder. Still on a youth contract at Charlton. You must have got that player relatively recently. Let's give him a scout. Am I a fan of Ben Foster's YouTube channel? I have never seen any content from Ben Foster's YouTube channel. I like the concept of Ben Foster having a YouTube channel. So I'm a fan of the concept. I think more people from more walks of life should have YouTube channels. I think it's interesting, but I personally don't find Ben Foster interesting. Well, Dexos is at Arsenal and scored against us. I remember that happening. You only scored twice this season. Were they both against us? Is there a way of me checking that? I've got hiccups. No. There you go. We're scouting you as well, Valdexos. Did I see Chairs drafted both Tony and Jones? I did. Drafting Jones was insane. This is a kid who doesn't even get in Posh's team in League One. Oh, the manship's a Wally, isn't he? Oh, I forgot to transfer list him. Always transfer list them when you get crazy offers in, because they might not go and it'll ruin everything. We're only going to be able to bring one of these players in now. We're going to offer for them both still. I might offer the manship out again for that same price and see if anyone... No one's nibbling, surely, at that price, but we'll see. Need Anna to make you jump to make them go. I'm a man of high blood pressure. Never a good idea for anyone to make me jump. I could die from it. Do I need 3 Wonder Kid strikers? You know what game this is, right? I mean, go and ask anyone who's ever played Football Manager. Do you need 3 Wonder Kid strikers? You're going to get the same answer from every single one of them. Yeah. Can I have 5 more? This is Football Manager. The whole point of the game is signing Wonder Kid strikers. Da, 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 da. Da, da, da. That typo, I meant you need only 3 Wonder Kid strikers. That's more like it. Exactly. Da, da, da. Also, defenders, wing back, centre mids, wingers, please. Yeah, just give me all of them. If they've got Wonder Kid in their name, I'm interested. Why is that defender not arrived yet? What's his hold up? What's so good about Newcastle that he just... Oh, work permit. All right. Fair enough. That's an acceptable reason. The law. Okay. You're just following the law. I'll allow it. No one wants the manship. Never mind. That would have been beautiful if it had come off. Right. We need to delay him. Oh, we can't. Are we still going to be able to get the other guy? Ask for more money. Genius. No. Maybe we could... How much am I short? I don't know. That's the problem. What time is it? 10:15. Clauses. Yeah, we can look at clauses. Pathetic. Pathetic. Bomb, 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 bomb. Maybe we offer the manship out and transfer list him and offer him out for a little less. And try and squeeze him out the door. I mean, Villa want him. Can we squeeze him out to Villa? We also wanted rid of him, didn't we? It's a little bit late in the day to be doing any of this, really. Let's see what happens, I guess. Do we roll the dice and just bring him in and hope we sell someone? Because we don't have the option to delay. That's why I'm stalling. You can't see 'cause it's behind my head. But we don't have the option to delay this deal. We've just got to accept it or cancel it. We're just going to roll the dice. We're bringing him in. He's a wonder kid, for goodness sake. Ah! Ah! Hopefully give it the option to adjust. We've increased next season's transfer budget. Phenomenal. Right, get out of here, Helwig. Right, now we transfer list him. And we hope this is how it all comes together. Interact with board. Can we bring him in, please, board? Board. Please, gimme. Right, we'll just have to delay then. Right, we're delaying until just before deadline. We now must sell somebody. Ah! Get out of here, you morons! Someone's got to leave. Because we need the defender much more. Thought that said it had fallen through for a second there. Get out of my club! Get out of my club. You get out of my club. You get out of my club. You get out of my club. Just all of you, get lost. Get out of here. Go. Leave. Go somewhere else. Go hang out in another part of town, losers. You're not wanted here. It's this rock music. It makes me cross. Right, this junk. We don't want junk. We want transfer offers. Right, Manship, get out of here. Manship, get out of here. Fernandez, get out of here. All of you, get out of here. Want to catch up on the YouTube series to be able to watch your streams? Welcome. No one wants Lonka. Right, I mean, that's a terrible amount of money, but get out of it. We were getting £37 million for him 20 minutes ago. We've sold him for 3.2. That is the steal of the century for Derby there. But needs must. They know we need the money today. This is business. This, boys and girls, is business. Right, the Manship has gone. Fernandez has gone. Lonka, if we can get them to pay his salary, he can get gone too. No, just get out of here then. Go away. Right, fingers crossed we've now got enough money to bring Matey in from Villa. Not Villa, Newcastle. They're basically the same club. They just wear different colours and have different funny accents. What? No! Why? Can I just point out? So we needed 72 million. Didn't even give me the option. But if we needed 72 million, there might not be enough time to complete a permanent move. Shut up, morons. Right. Can we get him in this way? With a guaranteed future fee at 72 million. We'll just have him arrive in the summer then. Ah. Didn't need to rush the Manship and Fernandez out the door. Ridiculous. Utterly, utterly ridiculous. Oh, well, at least we signed a striker we didn't need. Oh, who the hell was Patrick Southam? He's been playing regularly all the time since he's been here. We don't need him anymore, though. Get out of my club. Let's try the trick. Yeah, of course. That's how you do it. These Chinese clubs, they love Spenzies. Now you transfer list him. It's like just becoming unhappy. Oh, then I won't transfer list you, Patrick. Who cares? Rodney Buffonge is winning stuff. What a name. Wish my name was Buffonge. Well. I mean, the important thing is we got another striker in. So, in the grand scheme of things, good business. We got another wonder kid striker, and that was always the priority. As it is in every transfer window. A transfer window isn't a transfer window unless you bring in at least one wonder kid striker. And then you worry about strengthening where the team actually needs strengthening. Wonder kid first, faffing around for losers second. That's how it works. He wants to do exactly what Tabakaru does. Well, I don't wish for him to do the same as what Tabakaru's going to do. And we're not going to mess with Tabakaru, so you're going to have to be a complete forward. And like it. I mean, we've still got a very good team here. Because the current striker is obviously rubbish. The current striker was unavailable for that last game. That's why we needed to sign a new one. I don't like to be without a wonder kid in the team. This is an awful kit. It's just a fully green kit. I don't remember us playing in a fully green kit before. This is where you'll tell me we played in the last 3 matches. That goalkeeper kit's pretty swish, though. Do you think anyone will ever do what Harrison Davis has done for home in any other save of mine? Cameron Drury did last year. Although he was a little bit of a stretch. He wasn't really a Premier League player when we got there. We kind of kept him in for a little bit because we loved him. Davies is in the team in the Premier League on merit. No one's ever done that before. Dimitri, thank you very much for the sub. A few people got upset with my comment about Mick Powell not being fit to lace Harrison Davies' boots, but I stand by it. Mick Powell was a very good non-league striker, but by the time we got to League 2, he wasn't a first-choice starter. He stayed for as long as he did because of nostalgia and wanting to keep him around. It would have been the equivalent of me keeping Micah Beerif around on the bench. Anthony Harris was always the better of those two. Dean Morris, if he'd have stayed, is probably better than Harrison Davies. He's probably the best youth player I've had at a home team, but of course he left and came back. Yeah, Harrison Davies is a bit special, isn't he? Especially because, and this is the bit that I do wonder, I wish there was an alternate universe version of the save. I wonder if I'd have replaced him in a normal save that year I was doubting him. There was a whole season, like 3 seasons ago, where I had real question marks over Harrison Davies, and he even played Lay and Barr together for a little while. And Davies was out of the team for 10 matches or so, and it was Lay and Barr that we were going with. So I do wonder if I'd have been in a save where I could have gone out and signed a first team ready centre-back. Is Davies still captain when we hit the Premier League? It's a question I guess we will never know the answer to, but he certainly got good again after that. Pretty sure Sir Harrison was the reason for the slump at one point. Maybe it was deliberate because he could see the future. Maybe. Yeah, his bad season was the season we were awful. So it did. It did that. We had a whole. We finished like 15th, didn't we? 3rd year in the championship. I think we finished 15th, and that was the year I was toying with dropping Davies. It was also the year we binned off Jessup and started to really focus on the youth. And somehow Davies survived it all. In a normal save, you'd have sold him for big money, invested in a new squad, and then loaned him back to sit on the bench. I think in this save, I would have done the same thing if I'd have had the option to do it. We never had a big money offer for Harrison Davies. That's because, you've seen what happens when we get big money offers. Mrs. Wearmouth sells them. So the fact that he never got sold means that big offer never came for him. There's always been clubs interested, but never one that's taken the plunge. Oh, that's a finish and a half. Goodness me. And Calvin Phillips is still at Leeds in 11 years' time. But he hits this pretty hard. Houses. You had a £4 million offer in the Championship. Yeah, that's not a big offer, though, is it, in the Championship? For your best defender. When you think about some of the transfer fees that have changed hands with this Sheffield United team when we were in the Championship, £4 million is nothing. We spent more than that on tall, short Matt, who never got in the team. All right. New boy's not really done anything, has he? Pathetic. Pathetic. Get Josivan on. I forgot all about Josivan. He was supposed to be a Brazilian wonder kid. Spent that amount of money on Grucock. Yeah, exactly. Grucock, I think, was 3 million. So I'm not accepting 4 million for Davies. But I'm spending 3 million on Grucock and then loaning him out for a year and a half. Who we'll probably never see play. See, I'm a few episodes ahead of you. I know that to not be true. Dun, 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 dun. Mrs. Wearmouth was never accepting 4 million when we were spending 3. We saw with Alex Williams what the money was that it needed to be. I think we turned down 11 and then he went for like 14. You just have a goal appealed for offside and stand. I'm not sure. Did I wasn't paying attention. Bum, bum, ba, da, 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 da. Oh, the text messages have begun. I mentioned when I was shopping around for my lawnmower and my barbecue, I went all the shops trying to find the ones I wanted in stock. I ended up buying it from Very. It's been here 3 hours. And I've just had the first message from Very offering me a credit account. Or I don't even know what they're offering me. That's it now. I'm in their system. They're just going to keep offering me money now, aren't they? Would you like to borrow some money, Kev? No, thanks. You're all right. Who's the best cam in FM21? Right. Who do we play next? Millwall. Have fun pushing your lawnmower. I mean, okay. I don't even understand that comment. I will try and have fun pushing my lawnmower. Should have brought a big one that you sit on. My garden is maybe slightly bigger than my living room. I don't think I'd fit a big one that you sit on in the garden. Certainly wouldn't have room to turn it around. It would just have to go forward and then reverse back again. Thoughts on the showdown last night? I think it was lovely as ever. Lovely stuff. I didn't watch all of it. What I saw was fun. I enjoyed it. We're not accepting pathetic offers anymore. There's ones of a sensible size. But I don't need one of a sensible size. I mean, it's a small lawn. I live in a townhouse. I have a small garden. Half of it is patio. There's a path going down one side of it. The actual grass area is genuinely, it's just big enough for us to play swing ball on. And even then, one of us has to stand on the path. We don't have a lot of grass. It'll be, I think if we have to go up and down 4 times with this little lawnmower we've bought, I'd be surprised. I think we could probably do it in 3, and it's basically square. I genuinely toyed with the idea of just taking a pair of scissors out there and doing it because it's so small. But figured that would be a little tedious. Who's the best cheap wonder kid for me to sign? No idea. That's not how I play Football Manager. Who do your scouts think you should sign? I respect what Ben's doing, but showdown isn't a showdown without you or Zealand. I mean, ultimately though, if we're both not available, do you not run it? I think it's a little harsh on the 30 or so other people involved in putting it all together, because it's a huge production with a lot of people working on, sponsors involved, and you know, it's a legitimate business. I don't think it relies on just 2 or 3 people being involved for it to be worth running. I think that's a little harsh. I meant I didn't enjoy it as much. I mean, that's fair enough. Everyone's got their favourite creators, but I think it had its own interesting moments. I think the idea of Jack having a run to the final and potentially winning one before Ben, that was a fun storyline. Clates having the opportunity to go back to back was a fun storyline. Looney Hoon coming in, winning the league, running his mouth on Twitter all day, and then making a fool of himself by getting knocked out before the final. It's all good stuff. There you go. Diaz is coming in the summer now. Why that deal couldn't just go through before is very frustrating. Am I going to put plates in his place next month? Yeah, of course I am. Assuming I'm invited, then yes. I mean, going on what Coach Armo said there, it's not just a launch pad for smaller creators, newer creators. If you look at my Twitch figures, in fact, let's look at them together. We have a look at the size of my stream before Showdown to now. So long term. So immediately before the first Showdown, so March 2020, my streams averaged 145 viewers. And then that was the first Showdown. We got up to 256. And then obviously peaks last year at 317. Start to dwindle down as the game gets a little old. You know how it is. I didn't really stream in October. New game comes out. Showdown comes back. I mean, that's after 5 years of me streaming. I was averaging 146 4 years ago, and I was still averaging that this time last year. And then the Showdown happened. So the Showdown's made a massive difference to me. And you can look at these figures for everybody. So let's look at Zealand as an example. That's his username, isn't it? It's got a 1 in it. Is that right? Or is it an I? I know it's something dumb because he can't spell his own name. It's an I. There you go. So look at Zealand. So that's March 2020 before the Showdown. So he was averaging 128 viewers. And then Showdown happens. Woo! Even Ben. Dr. Benji. Let's look at Ben. So immediately before the Showdown, he's averaging 558 viewers. Showdown happens. Woo! And then you look at someone like Clates. And you can do this for everybody. So Clates, March last year, was averaging 39 viewers. Starts winning the Showdown. And he's got 5 times as many. And you can literally go through this for every person in the Showdown and see it's had a massive impact on all of us. So, yeah, the Showdown's been massive. It's been the biggest boost to certainly the Football Manager streaming community there's ever been. Ben's already announced I'm in the next one, has he? When did he announce that? I'm not confirming or denying anything until I see proof. I want to know when, where, and how he announced that I was in it. Right, where's Wongdi? Wongdi's tired. Okay. I'll allow it. Which 3 would get kicked for the return of Kev, Zed, and FNG? I don't know that it's even a case of people getting kicked. People can't always make it. The likes of Ben and Jack might be due a rest. It's not a case of you automatically kick out the smaller guys. There's quite a lot of people who've done quite a lot in a row now. I mean, Clates will obviously be in next month, but as soon as he loses one, Clates has done a lot of consecutive Showdowns at this point. Ches has done everyone this year, hasn't he? There's loads of people who could drop out for other people to come back in. Last night during the stream, he confirmed it as an ad-lib comment, did he? Okay. I mean, I hadn't even confirmed it with him during the stream last night. So let's take everything with a pinch of salt and wait for official announcements. Because I didn't talk to him about it until about 11 o'clock last night. What's my ideal Showdown criteria? For me, I would love just to have a normal... what? Ooh, is that my lawnmower? Lawnmower's here, everybody. I don't know. What? Oh, no. What's this? What have we got here? Oh, I know what this is, I think. This might be the wangiest thing I've ever bought, if it is what I think it is. Oh, I can't get into it. It's glued down.
No, it's
It's not trash. While you're there, Anna, could you be a dear and pass me an apple tango from by your feet? Are you wearing a snowman suit? Yeah, it's wangy. Just told that so. Oh, sorry. It is. It's actually bigger than I thought it was going to be. It's a TikTok tripod for my phone. It's to hold my phone for TikTok. Because I'm a TikTok sensation. Did she pass me a drink or did she just leave? That seems mean. Oh. TikTok tripod. Kev's a TikTok sensation. I only ordered that this morning. Good work, Amazon. Amazon same-day delivery. I love living in the future. Right, I need to get a drink myself because Anna's mean. See my butt up, babe. Hold on. Dave, you coming back? Dave? No? Okay. Doesn't want to come back. Anna's going to come in and yell at me in a minute for yelling at Dave just now. And I'll say, well, if you'd have passed me a drink when I asked. I don't know. Right, where are we? Do a TikTok now so we can all be famous. I'm just going to splurge TikToks willy-nilly. Ooh, lovely. Did I get a ring light? I don't need a ring light. I've got lights everywhere. I already own a ring light. Good length on the headphones. Yeah. That's why the wire gets tangled around everything. But I think it's a 5-meter cable on these headphones. I can go to the door with them on. I can open the front door. There aren't any vampires in Pennsylvania because it's always sunny in Philadelphia. I mean, you can get vampires in the sun. I don't prescribe to this Twilight notion of sparkly vampires. Count Duckula went out in the sun. Did Anna do the Mr. Got No Money? I don't think so. I don't claim to not have money anymore. And that's a business expense. That's for my TikToks. I'm a TikTok sensation. Mr. Kevin Chapman, TikTok sensation. That's what they call me. And if you've noticed from my 4 TikToks that I've now made, because I'm having to hold the phone, I'm really close to it. So I need it a little bit further away. And I didn't have a tripod that could hold a phone. Now I do. Really, I only needed this little doohickey. This was the only bit I actually needed. I could have probably ordered one of these on its own. It's actually going to be big enough. This is where the doohickey isn't even big enough. Jamie Rain, thank you very much for the sub. Come on, doohickey. Come on, doohickey. There you go. The doohickey's big enough, boys and girls. The doohickey's big enough. So I can have that on top of any tripod and rotate it around and have a doohickey. Excellent. Ooh. I'll be able to put my knees in a TikTok. It was when I was recording the one where I was trying to show my knees earlier. Have you ever tried filming your knees on the front-facing camera with your phone in your hands? It's impossible. Elder Scrolls vampires go out in the sun, it makes them weaker. There you go, see? So there could be vampires in Pennsylvania. I still maintain Pennsylvania and Transylvania must be next to each other. Doesn't make any sense. It's like Northampton and Southampton. They must be basically the same place. Kevin, his business expenses. I run a complicated business. I have to buy a lot of things. Transylvania's in Romania. Well then, so's Pennsylvania. They're the same place. Is Count Duckula FNG's new name? It should be now. We might have to go with that. What boggles my mind is Washington DC isn't located in the state of Washington. It doesn't make any sense. America's crazy. not complicated. It's claim, claim, claim. But the business itself is very complicated. It's not like I just sit at my desk making videos. I do lots of stuff that I need to buy things for. Like, TikTok is part of my business. It's all about building the social media brand. And I needed one of these for TikTok. So therefore I bought one for my business. It's obviously a business expense. It's like when an office buys toner for the photocopier. They might not make photocopiers, but if they need to buy toner, that's a business expense. This is a business expense. It's a tool I need to do my job. It's a plumber buying a new spanner. That's all it is. That thing. Been looking to do non-intellectual myself, but all the local clubs are not in the default database. Then you just look at the closest one that is. Just find the closest Conference North or South club if you're in England. Not doubting you, but it's tremendous. Absolutely. Tools and spanners, but not enough about the FMSUSA. What do you want to know about the FMSUSA? It's been and gone now, and it'll be back soon. And it'll be glorious. And some wrongs will be righted. Don't mention spanners near me. Thought you'd like hearing your name. Tabakaru's ripping him apart. I was going to say, why didn't we do this to Millwall in the first match? Why has it had to come to a replay? And then I remembered Tabakaru and Diekmeyer weren't available for the first game, were they? They were both resting. And Stukalov hadn't signed yet, so our 3 Wonder Kid strikers, who were all on the pitch now, were not available for that game. This time they are available. It's made something of a difference. I suppose we could take Tabakaru off now. He's got 4 goals. He probably doesn't need to score anymore. Not today, anyway. How many Apple Tangos have I got left? Probably about 15, maybe. I'm still going through them nice and slowly. Right, we're making a couple of changes. There's a few tired legs. Ba 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 da 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 da. Boom. Boom. Everyone, a round of applause for Tabakaru. He done his job today. Stevens is in now. Oh, that would have been lovely. Would have been beautiful, but not quite. I would like to point out as well how frustrated I am with Andy that Anna's just said he's already asleep now at like 8:10. She said that 7 consecutive days she's at work and it's just me and him here, and he has stayed up until 10 o'clock on the dot, and then I've had to go up there and do his full nighttime routine with him. Where was this going to bed at 7:30 attitude when it was just me and him? I could have streamed if he'd have been asleep. If he'd have gone to bed at this time Thursday night, I could have done a stream. Who did I want to win the showdown? Clates. Because Clates just copies me, so it's basically like me winning. Watching Clates win is further proof that my system works. Same as when Tom won. The 3 victories we've had from Tom and then 2 from Clates, I count them as 6, 7, and 8 for me, because they've both just taken the Chapman system and run with it. My friend from Carlisle sent me Iron Brew, which I tried last week. It was horrible. Iron Brew is horrible. You are correct. Isn't my old goalkeeper in goal for Millwall? Quite possibly, yeah. That name looks familiar. Isn't it Pav winning? Well, everyone's got that Pav tactic now, haven't they? So not really. I mean, I've said it before, and I'll say it again and again and again and again. Tactics do not win you the Streamer Showdown. That's the mistake the button-clicking numbskulls make. You win the Streamer Showdown on draft night. It's all about the draft. Tactics, take them or leave them. I've won it 5 times with preset tactics, with the odd tweak here and there. You absolutely don't need fancy wonder tactics to win the showdown. So, yeah, it's not about the tactics. It's about the draft. I don't think Pav drafted for him. No matter how much prep has been put into the draft behind the scenes, it's still Clates making the decisions there on the night. I won't be on this Sunday because I'm signing 100 songs. Splendid. Vardy had a mare. Who had Vardy? Probably someone who didn't use him right. Didn't Ben have Vardy? Problem with Ben is he changes. Ben will never win until he stops changing his tactics all the time. Ben needs to pick a system on draft night, draft to that system, and then no matter what happens at the weekend, not change from that tactic. And then he'll win the showdown if he drafts right. Constantly changing tactics is the worst thing you can do in Football Manager. Ben should have won the first one I wasn't in FM21. Is that the one Niran won? Played a strikerless system against Jack, so Vardy as a shadow striker was a bad mistake, especially at home. Yeah, I mean, that's nuts. You play to Vardy's strength. You get him up there in a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-3-3, playing as a pressing striker, on attack, and have the rest of the team just feed him. It's easy to play Football Manager with Jamie Vardy in the team. Yeah, but I think I'd have won last night. I don't think there was a standout team in the showdown this time. So I think I win it if I'm in it. Or at the very least, it's another Kev Clates final. And then me and Clates, because we play very similar styles, you've seen we just cancel each other out. That time I beat him in the final. Was it season 1 of FM21? I think we drew in the group stages and then drew both legs of the final. And then it was penalties in the final. There's nothing to separate us. So if I'd have been in it, it would have been me and Clates in the final, and then you flip a coin. And because I'm luckier than him, I win when there's a coin flip. Because coin flips go in my favour because I'm a hero. What's the perfect moment to go for another tactic in a year? The only time I would change a tactic is if you've lost like 8 games in a row and the media tell you to. Otherwise, just stick with what you're doing. Unless it's really obviously not working for a long period of time. We need a LOLLUJO Clates final for the next showdown. We'll probably get one. Who else is going to get to the final? Let's face it. No, I've never done one with Legends in. It's very sad. I'll get to play with the Legends at some point. But I'd have been a bit miffed if I'd have got someone like Gary Neville. When Gary Lineker's in there, and who else was it? Was it Shearer? Was Shearer in it? Who was the other striker? I'd have been gutted if I'd have got a defender. Or a goalkeeper. I love it if every now and then some viewers get a chance to play in the showdown. No, you wouldn't. People think they would. They absolutely wouldn't. It would be boring and awful. Unless there's a very unlikely event that one of these random viewers has a professional streaming setup and the ability to be engaging and entertaining on camera, you wouldn't enjoy it. It would be cringy. The thing that makes the showdown great is everyone's good at what they do. You don't want someone in there who's not any good. I understand why you hate defenders and goalkeepers so much. I don't hate defenders and goalkeepers. Harrison Davies is a defender and I love him. Alex Williams is a goalkeeper, and I love him. They're great. But you don't win matches with defenders and goalkeepers. Attackers win football matches. I'm doing a new director of football saves. The first time I'm doing it. Any suggestions? Make sure you tell the director of football to sign some players for you, because otherwise you end up in a Chivas situation where they don't. I think when he says offence, he means attack. Attack sells tickets, defence wins championships. I mean, you're talking bobbins to Kevy 5 times. I'll be the judge of what wins championships. It isn't defenders. This is from the man who wins the championships. You can't give me that nonsense. How do I make sure they sign players? In their staff responsibilities. So you go into staff responsibilities, and is it in that one? Nope. This one? Yeah, you delegate all this. So you just do that, and then they'd sign all your players for you, but I don't want them to do that, so I haven't delegated it. Still baffling that a centre-back is almost the all-time top scorer. But in home, I mean, I guess he's been there so long and always gets close to double figures for goals. I mean, it's only natural. If he's scoring 5 to 10 goals a season and he's been there 11 years, you need a striker who's getting 30 goals a season for at least 3 years to outscore him. And when you're charging up the leagues, that's not that likely to happen. Posture check. Do I think Kieran Hodgkinson will be up for a Knighthead soon? I don't know. The hell is this? Right, Greg, go and scout him if you want. I don't think I've ever seen that message before. What was the question? Someone asked something. Oh, Kieran Hodgkinson. He left, and I'll always hold that against him a little bit. And I don't, although he's theoretically the best player at the club, I don't know that he's ever been a really integral part of the team. He's just a useful player to have around. He's here, but we keep him around because of all the experience and his leadership and stuff now. But I think, again, I think he's another one where if we were able to just go and sign first team ready players, I don't think Kieran Hodgkinson gets in the starting 11 or close to it. Yeah, I think that's a key difference with Hodgkinson. Harrison Davies, if there's a season finale or a final or any kind of big game, you know Harrison Davies is going to be a talking point. He's going to be involved. So Davies is the one. Because he was misused for almost all his career. Now he finally plays where he should, and he was one of the best players of the season. He still wasn't one of the best players of the season, I don't think. I don't think he was misused either. Again, mini spoiler. He's playing in central midfield again now. He flirted with his time playing more attacking. Premier League Kieran Hodgkinson's a central midfield player. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, ba, ba, da, da. Yeah, we're keeping tabs on Prieto. He was one of only 4 players who averaged over 7. Average ratings mean nothing. Average ratings, attributes, it's all a load of bobbins. The only thing that matters is star ratings, goals scored, and what I see happen in highlights. That's all that we judge players on. All the rest of it, absolute poppycock. Who's top goal scorer? Yeah, but only on like 16 goals. If you're top goal scorer and you're not getting to 25 goals, you're a failure in my eyes. Yeah, Costabile's he's the attacker. He's the striker. Kieran Hodgkinson was always a central midfielder who just wanted to believe he was a striker. I firmly agree with that. Even the game has always described him as a central midfielder. He has always been a central midfielder. How good would it be if the Champions League final slam dunk was the opposition manager? It would be perfect storyline-wise. I would adore it. I don't think it's that likely, but it would be absolutely delicious if it happened. Will Holmes stay up with the players that I've got in? I'm not going to get into that because I don't want to get really spoilery. I don't mind telling you that Hodgkinson's playing central midfield, but I don't need to discuss any more of what's coming up over the next few days. What do I use for music? This is Stream Beats on Spotify, which is awesome. Just had a winger score 13 goals in 35 games, averaging a 6.8. I'd still call that a good season. Exactly. Average rating, I just ignore it. Just completely ignore it. Hodgkinson playing midfield is probably the only thing you've ever done that's actually annoying me. Then prepare to be annoyed for the rest of his career, because him playing as a striker or an attacking midfielder is done. He's further down the pecking order than Connor Roberts as an attacking midfielder. Those of you who want to see the Connor Roberts comeback story, you're going to love the next few episodes. Keyman Connor, that's what he's known as. Jack Nolson, thank you very much for the sub. Hodgkinson's a midfielder, but does a great job as an attacking mid. This Kev can't buy a decent attacking midfielder. Yeah, kinda agree with that. Hodgkinson's best role is central midfield. Spotify going up to 18 euros in June. I saw people whinging about Spotify going more expensive on Twitter today, and my reaction was, fair enough. It's been the same price for what, 5 years? When was the last time Spotify's price went up? It feels like they're long overdue. When you compare it to how often Netflix or Sky or my phone contract, all these other things that go up every year at this time of year. Yeah, I would say Spotify, I use it every day. I don't mind paying a little bit more for it. Hodgkinson's like Ryan Giggs. I'm not sure I want to talk about Ryan Giggs at the moment. I'll say something that'll annoy some people probably. Say it because I'll probably agree. Yeah, but that means I don't need to say it though, do I? I don't want to sit here on the internet and say anything that could get me sued. In the very unlikely event I would get sued. But let's just say I'm not impressed. Yeah, let's move on. Realistically, shouldn't cost more than about 50 to 75 cents a month for Spotify. I mean, that's just nonsense. You know that's total nonsense. It's only family, duo, and student Spotify changing. I think we have the family one. I'm pretty sure we have the family one. I mean, I'm a content creator. I will never, ever object to being asked to pay for content. People need to pay their bills. Should have taken him off earlier. Harrison Davis reminds me of Ruud Gullit and scoring goals like he does. I mean, he's a very different player to Ruud Gullit. I mean, Gullit was an attacking midfielder for most of his career. Harrison Davies is a big lump of a centre-back. If I had to pick he reminds me a little bit of Tony Adams. Tony Adams is who I picture when I'm talking about Harrison Davies. Because he weighed in with, he was a goal threat from set pieces. Harrison Davies is a bit better. I mean, he's not there, is he? Tony Adams was great. Again, the player. Doesn't Spotify actually underpay the content creators? I mean, it pays them. I don't know if I don't make music. I don't know if it underpays or overpays, but they pay. Kev's a closet Arsenal fan, confirmed. What, are you telling me you don't think Tony Adams was a good defender? You don't even remember Tony Adams. Tony Adams was a really good defender. He played for England and everything. What do I think of the Hall of Fame for the Prem? Gimmicky nonsense. Thoughts on the new iMacs and the ugly chins? What's an ugly? I don't know what the ugly chin means. I think the new iMacs are beautiful. I'm an Apple fanboy. I would love a pink iMac. I bought my Mac Mini like a month ago, and seeing those new iMacs, I'm already getting envy and wishing I'd brought one of those. But then I'd have absolutely nowhere to put one, so I've already got my two big 4K monitors on my desk. So I wouldn't have been able to use it if I'd have bought it. It wouldn't have fitted on my desk, but I am jealous of them and want one. Davis like Rio Ferdinand. Yeah, but Rio Ferdinand was a proper footballer. Harrison Davies isn't. What I'm getting at is Harrison Davies was just a big ugly thug, a proper no-nonsense defender, a Tony Adams, a John Terry, I don't know, Steve Bruce was brought up. That kind of defender. Rio Ferdinand was 10 times the player of any of them lot. What made me pick Sheffield United? They offered me the job when I was at Clyde. You always need an Adams or a Terry. Yeah, exactly. You get one fancy defender, one thug. That's why I think Davies and Barr works well. Davies is a thug and Barr in there playing the ball around a little bit more. They're a good partnership. It's why Davies and Lay doesn't really work in that home side, which is why Alec Lay has got a problem if he doesn't really focus on becoming a ball-winning midfielder, because his route into being a regular starter in that team is to get Harrison Davies out of it, which I think he's going to struggle with. So as much as I like Alec Lay, I can only ever see him being a fringe player, because he's only a few years younger than Davies. Yeah, Ferdinand and Vidic is a perfect example. Who do I think is going to win the Championship and League One playoffs? Brentford will win the Championship playoffs, I hope. Lincoln will win the League One playoffs, because I promised Tom Lincoln could get promoted. Sunderland are in freefall. They're just the biggest bottle jobs in the history of the world. So Sunderland won't even get to the final. Lincoln are in decent form though, aren't they? Haven't Lincoln started not being useless again?
PGC place with Kevin finishing my dissertation.
Emily, thank you very much for the sub. Lincoln narrowly lost a hole though, didn't they? It was so frustrating sat there watching that on Saturday afternoon because we didn't play very well at all, but we were clinging on to our 1-0 lead all afternoon, seeing all these goals going in the Hull and the Sunderland game. At one point, I think they were both drawing with about 10 minutes to go, and it was like, oh my word, we're going top of the league. We are going top of the league. And then both Hull and I think Hull scored, then Sunderland scored, but then Accrington equalised again. It was a stressful time, but we just about clung on. We won't win the league now, but we should get promoted tomorrow night, hopefully. Brentford will battle the playoffs. Bournemouth, me. Not with Ivan Toney, they won't. What's my biggest achievement at Sheffield? Being second in the league right now. The fact that we've got a good chance of getting in the Champions League this season is nutso. Brentford couldn't win the playoffs against Conference North teams. They will. They will. They'll have to win to have any chance of keeping hold of Ivan Toney. That's what they'll be playing for. Playing to keep hold of their boy. Tabakaru! No. Liverpool have got quite the lead at the top of this table, haven't they? I said in the tweet for the stream that we're in a title race. We're not really in a title race, are we? Liverpool have already got this pretty much wrapped up, and we're just trying to get in the Champions League, which would be lovely if we can. Did the same thing last year, lost their two best players. Don't think Brentford will do it this year either. So what you're telling me is Brentford have the experience of last year to learn from and build on. Sounds to me like that's a valuable learning experience. Oh, Nix, you've made some silly comments this evening, but you've just topped yourself with stupidest comment of the stream. Congratulations. Everyone give him a round of applause. Ivan Toney is not as good as you think he is. No, he doesn't need a timeout, Scott. I just feel sorry for him. I just feel sorry. He's been poor recently. I've not seen him play for a little while. Maybe he's already got his move arranged. Maybe he's playing to avoid injury because he knows he's going. That wouldn't surprise me. To be fair, Gale and Mitro looked unreal in that league. Yeah, I mean, I still think Dwight Gale, if he'd have been given a proper chance in the Premier League, I think he was good enough to make it. But he was never given a proper chance. Tony's better than Watkins, not just as good as. I think most Brentford fans would agree Ivan Toney's better than Ollie Watkins. I know when we did the subathon last weekend, there were a few Brentford fans in, and they agreed Tony's the better of the two. Where's the music gone? Should still be playing. If he ain't that good, then why has he been nominated best player in the championship? Exactly. He is a top player. Rhodes killed it in the championship, never made it in the Prem. There's a raft of championship quality strikers that can't make the jump. Yeah, you know what they all have in common? They're all little nippy fellas. It goes back for years. Have you seen Ivan Toney? Have you seen him play? Ivan Toney. If you look up complete forward in the dictionary, there's just a picture of Ivan Toney grinning back at you. Oh my word! Tabakaru grabs a late equaliser. Nathan Ellington was one of the ones I was thinking of. He was the first example that came to mind as a name from history. We'll all find out next season how good he really is, I guess. And I suspect a lot of you will be wandering back in here August, September time when he's Premier League top scorer. He's got 4 or 5 goals for Spurs already. And you'll be like, yeah, Kev, I tell you what, I'm a Spurs fan. It hurt when Harry Kane went to Manchester City, but wouldn't swap him for Ivan Toney now. Kane's going to City. I missed that. Or wherever Kane goes. He's certainly not staying at Spurs, is he? As you lot have pointed out to me before, Haaland will go to City. So I don't know where Kane goes. Maybe Kane goes to Manchester United. Kane to PSG to reunite with Poch. Kane to Bayern. Wherever he ends up going, Ivan Toney's the replacement. What do we do now? What we do now is Kane won't be signing. What we do know is Kev won't be signing for Kev. Yeah, I'm not signing Harry Kane. He's rubbish. Never got a good game out of him in any save. Absolute trash. Arsenal for the banter. Oh, can you imagine? He'll let his contract run down and then do a Sol Campbell. How long has he got left on his contract? Oh, that'd be hilarious. The little Tottenham brains would explode. They wouldn't be able to cope with it. I kind of want that to happen now. Didn't Ashley Cole do the same? Ashley Cole went to Chelsea from Arsenal, didn't he? So I think it was a free transfer, wasn't it? But he didn't go to Arsenal from Spurs. Why do people keep saying the music is gone when the music isn't gone? I'm pretty sure Ashley Cole was a free, wasn't he? Oh, was it a swap? Really? Are you sure Gallas wasn't just a free going the other way? I'm pretty sure Ashley Cole was a free transfer. Oh, a wonder kid. Scout him. Swap for Gallas. I reckon they were both free transfers. Should we have a look? Was Ashley Cole to Chelsea transfer fee? Okay. So 5 million plus William Gallas. What a weird transfer. So he wasn't out of contract. So why didn't they get a sensible fee for him? That makes no sense. When was he out of contract? I don't understand why. I don't get it. His contract was running down because Gallas was also good. Wasn't Gallas like 50 though? I thought Gallas got the number. Was it the number 10? Rather, I think he took Dennis Bergkamp's shirt, didn't he? Cole was 30. There's not a chance Ashley Cole was 30 when he went to Chelsea. He went there and played 229 games. He was there 8 years and then still went to Roma, LA Galaxy and Derby. Not a chance he was 30. So he's 40 now. He was like 26. Or 24. We haven't won the Premier League, no. Gallas was 3 years older. God, blimey. I feel like Gallas was always in his 30s and a bit rubbish. Didn't William Gallas spend his entire career going, I'm a centre-back, I'm a centre-back? And every manager was like, no, you're a left-back. Grow up, you're a left-back. I'm a centre-back. You're a left-back, you moron. Go and play left-back. Wasn't that the story of William Gallas's career? Bear with me a moment, boys and girls. I need to adjust my testicles. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's better. Lovely stuff. Ah. Excellent. When I got up, I didn't adjust them properly when I sat down. And I was kind of sitting on one. When you're as old as me, you'll know. You'll get it. I should have got my spritzing sprays in the bathroom. I should have it in here. They could do with a spritz. Should have muted the mic. Disagree. Yeah, I've got my step ones on. But I don't know. I just sat down awkwardly, I guess. BT, don't know what that means. Just realised you lost the showdown because the update that killed long throws rolled out in that period. LOL. Don't even know how to respond to such stupidity. Go back and rewatch all of the showdowns I won. I was never the team that did the most long throws. Long throws were only a thing for 3 of the 5. It's just... Oh, it's like banging my head against a brick wall dealing with numpties. Oh dear. Long throws were only a thing versus Dan in the final. I don't even remember. Were they? The long throws was absolutely Clates' thing. And I just took Clates' tactic and used it. Because he was already doing it. That's the thing with the Streamer Showdown. Why would you not do... If someone's doing something that's working, why would you not then also do it? That would be dumb. Plates was using these long throws and getting like 15 goals a showdown. I think it was... There was one where he got like 8 goals in the group stages from long throws. And between the group stage and the knockouts, I just took his tactic and put it into my save. And then I think that was the time I had Ches in the quarterfinal. And we did all those long throws against him. It was like, oh yeah, okay. This long throw tactic works. Okay. This is good. But yeah, that was Clates' thing. Clates' corner tactic was ruining people over the weekend, I heard. Was he being a short corner pervert again? Short corners are now the big thing. Well, I've already got his short corner tactic downloaded from season 3. So I'll have that ready for the next one I'm in. That's in my arsenal. I've got all of his tactics loaded in, ready to use them if needed. I imagine we all have. Have I watched the English game on Netflix? I don't know what that is, so no. Poor Jack in the final getting smashed. But Jack has the same things available to him as everybody else. He could get this stuff downloaded and use it against him. I can't believe Tossin played well for Clates. Those of you who've been around for a few years will remember the hate-hate relationship I had with Tossin in Non-League to Legend because he was absolute bobbins. Right. Hello. He had Ward-Prowse, who was 20 on free kicks and corners, so it made sense to use corners to his advantage. I mean, let me reshape that into reality. He got Ward-Prowse because he has 20 on free kicks and corners, because he was always going to use set pieces to his advantage. He didn't get Ward-Prowse accidentally and then decide to optimize him. He went after Ward-Prowse because he hits the best set piece in the game. Which again, it's all part of it. That's why I went for Chiellini in the one before, which I still don't really understand what went wrong with him, because in all my practices, those long throws were deadly. If you remember, he did his cruciate ligaments just before the first game of the group stage. On a low, he got sponged. I think it did too much damage to him. I think he was just broken, and I think that's what ruined me. But yeah, I was doing the same thing when I got the one guy who could still do long throws. And all my practice games, he was doing long throws to the far post, and they were ridiculous. Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely. Ben's doing well with 10s, is he? About time. About time. Fraud Dan's a bit harsh. I mean, he brought it on himself. Fraud Dan dates back from when he was the host of the Lowdown, and he would constantly be giving it all the Kev is lucky, Kev's just a vlogger, Kev knows nothing. So I called him out and called him a fraud and told him to get in the showdown and see what happens. And you know what happens? Me versus Fraud Dan in the final. And you know what happened then? You know what happens when Lowdown presenting frauds accidentally stumble their way into a Streamer Showdown final against Kevy 5 times? What do we think happens to frauds in that situation? They get their backsides handed to them. That's what happens. And we showed him to be the fraud that he is. 5 finals, 5 wins, exactly. Only losers lose finals. It's in the name. I've also won more than half of the showdowns that I've entered. Can't actually remember how many I've been in. Someone else is going to have to do the maths for me. How many have there been? 11. I think I've been in 8. So I've missed 3. Have I missed 3 or 4 now? I might have missed 4, actually. Yeah, I've missed 4. So have there been 12? So yeah, you find me someone else who's won more than half the showdowns they've been in. More than. Not exactly half, because I know Manny and Niran have both won half of the showdowns they've been in. Kev's won more than half of the showdowns he's been in. No one else has that record. Nobody. Did I not lose the last one I was in because of poor selection? No, I lost the last one that I was in because Chiellini did his cruciate ligaments beforehand, and my tactic that I was going in with didn't work anymore because his long throws didn't work anymore. It was nothing to do with the update that came out, because I tested it extensively in the new update, and his long throws were deadly. But as soon as he got that injury, they were just broken. They were just done. How many's Clate's been in? How many showdowns? 7 or 8, I should think. And only 1, 2 of them. I imagine Clate's has probably been in as many showdowns as I have. How many showdowns have I been in? 8, apparently. So I've been in 8, won 5. It's not a bad return, is it? Chiellini was injured for like 2 games. That's not an excuse. It's not that Chiellini was injured for a couple of games. It's that Chiellini, before the first game, tore his cruciate ligaments, got fixed, but was never able to hit the long throw. It just broke him. The long throw didn't work. It didn't happen. So I can only speculate that whatever attributes immediately shot down when he got injured, although it repairs the injury, it doesn't repair that immediate damage. Whether it's bravery, determination, some kind of hidden attribute that a bad injury at that stage of a career will affect you. He just didn't hit the long throw anymore. So the whole idea was built around, I built that system around a meme just to annoy everybody. I wanted to still do long throws just to make them all get annoyed. And then he got broken and I couldn't do them. But like I say, I practiced it a lot. I knew it worked and then it didn't work. So I'm allowed to have one showdown where I have a little play around to try and troll people. And I still got to a semi-final. If the troll had worked, I'd have won it. You lost to Zealand, Ben, and who else? I don't remember the defeats. I don't know. I couldn't have even confirmed I lost to Zealand and Ben. I genuinely don't know who's beaten me in the showdown. I can't remember who I've beaten in the finals. I don't have this weird memory. When I was watching the lowdown last night and Dan sat there describing the final between me and him, I'm like, I mean, maybe it's because I've played in so many, but I don't remember the score. I didn't know he got a player sent off. I don't remember anything about it. I know I beat Clates last time, and I know it was penalties. I couldn't tell you the actual... Was it 0-0 in both legs? I couldn't tell you the actual scores. I couldn't tell you who missed the penalty or who scored the penalties. I just don't remember that kind of detail. Last showdown I was in, I was ill. Yeah, there's that as well. We all know from the YouTube videos you lack any kind of long-term memory. I've got a great long-term memory, but I have to deliberately commit stuff to it. And I don't need to remember showdown stuff. It's just a bit of fun that we do once a month, isn't it? It doesn't need remembering. That final to Ben was huge. It was defining. It was everything. To you, it was a Sunday. Yeah, which one was Ben? And again, I couldn't tell you the score when I beat Ben. The first one was Ben. Okay. And what was the score? None of it matters. Penalties against Ben. Okay. See what I mean? Kev gets the luck. If there's a coin flip, I'm winning it. Because I'm better at coin flips than they are. Right. It's the draw for the second round of the Europa League. And we are the second lowest coefficient team left in it. Only Rapid Vienna are worse than we are. So we don't really care who we get. We're going to beat any of them. We're second in the Premier League. Oh, we're smash Club Bruges. It's basically a bye. Lovely stuff. When are we playing them? Good old Bruggers. Yeah, we'll be all over them. Them rascals with their weird mayonnaise. Doesn't my player play for Rapid Vienna? There's a good chance he does, Mike. He did at some point, certainly. In Bruges was the first Apollon video I watched. See, no idea what you're talking about there. This is what I mean. I don't remember any of this. I did an Apollon video called In Bruges. I have no idea. I'm constantly producing new stuff. That's the thing. I've recorded three YouTube videos today. So I know what happened in them vaguely. And I'll remember until I have to upload them. But I don't remember what happened a week ago. It was part 79. How can you possibly remember that? Tell me you've looked that up and you don't actually remember that. Why do you remember it? Why was that the first one you watched? What made you watch it? Are you a Bruges fan? Why would you start a series in episode 79? The thumbnail is me with a Belgian waffle. I love myself. I am great at YouTube. I really am a great YouTuber. My word. I need to see the thumbnail now. YouTube. Apollon in Bruges. Will this give it to me? Oh, is that it? There he is. It's me with a Belgian waffle. There I actually am. Well, there we have it. Kevin, a Belgian waffle. Outside Pralinet. I think that's where you basically have pick and mix waffle toppings. Bruges is a great city. Best city in the world. What's the comments below the video? Where am I looking? What comments below the video? Not sure what you mean. Oh, what these? So that's YouTube stats. So 690 likes, 46 comments. It's had 6 reactions and 1 share on Facebook. And an 8% engagement rate, whatever that means. Yeah, obviously some people have shared it onto Facebook as well, I guess. I haven't logged into Facebook in over a year, so I have no idea what's going on Facebook. The only reason I haven't deleted my Facebook account is because there's the LOLLUJO and Kevin Chapman pages on there that I guess people still use. I certainly don't. But I think people still do. Have I ever been there? Bruges? I've been to Bruges 3 or 4 times? 3 times? I love Bruges. Someone would probably take my name. That's another good reason not to delete my account. But yeah, I've not logged into Facebook since... Remember I did the social media cleanse in January last year? I've not gone back on Facebook since. So no idea what's going on Facebook. And I haven't missed it even for a second. So I don't ever plan to be going back. Other than the fact it's got some old photos on there. That's the only place they are. So I'll probably go and get those photos one day. I went with Sheepdog. I have been to Bruges with Sheepdog once. Yes, that is true. Ah, no, don't take Gutierrez off. Right, Gomez can go to right back. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. I deleted Facebook 6 years ago and haven't missed it one bit. See, that's the spirit. I'm only on Facebook nowadays for WWE Supercard Team Chat. Fair enough. Because I don't speak to anybody from real life, I don't need Facebook. Any conversations I want to have, I can have on Twitter. Because I only talk to pretend people that don't really exist. I.e. you lot. Pretend people. Real people don't exist for me anymore. I only use Facebook for Messenger. Yeah, I think it annoys the rest of my family that I don't do that. Because every now and again, I'll get a phone call. Be like, are you ignoring us? What are you talking about? I'm sending you loads of messages. What are you talking about? On Facebook. Ooh, how do you propose I see them? I haven't logged into Facebook for goodness knows how long. If you want to send me a message, send me a text message, you crazy person. I'll send you a WhatsApp. Well, I don't have that installed either. Why are you sending me a WhatsApp? Do you not have text messages on your phone? Just send a text, for goodness sake. Or a tweet. Be right back. Unliking your Facebook page. Oh, you should, yeah. You all should. Then I can delete Facebook. They're free. That's why text messages are free. Surely. Why would I not use WhatsApp? Why would I use WhatsApp? What can WhatsApp do that iMessage can't? If there's a reason to use WhatsApp, I'm interested. But anything WhatsApp can do, iMessage can do. I don't know anyone who doesn't have an iPhone. I don't associate with Android people. I do have an Android phone, but I don't use that for messaging at all. But if you have limits, WhatsApp and Messenger don't use. I can't believe in this day and age there is any phone contract that has a limit on text messages. That can't be right, surely. I have bad news for you. I use a Samsung A50. I don't even know what that is. That could be a telly for all I know. No idea. You don't need unmodding because you use an Android, Kyle. You'll just have no way to contact me ever. There you go. Scotty confirming every contract is unlimited texts. WhatsApp for work, text messages for everyone else. Makes sense. Gee, if everyone's got unlimited text, I don't really get why WhatsApp exists. Group messages, I guess, but you can do that on iMessage. So I have all my group messages on there. Or group chats on Discord or Twitter. I just don't really want to be part of the Facebook ecosystem. If I could get away with not using Instagram, then I'd just do away with Facebook entirely as a company. It's one of the other reasons I'm not that into WhatsApp. Probably for people who don't have contracts. It hadn't occurred to me that people don't have contracts, to be honest. It's an Android phone. I could get in touch with you through email. You could get in touch with my manager through email. I don't reply to emails myself. I'll message you on Tinder. I don't have a Tinder account. I imagine LOLLUJO's gone as a username on Tinder. Tinder didn't exist back when I was single. I don't think. Certainly don't remember it. Do you have usernames on there? I imagine my username's gone. So I won't ever have the option. There are no usernames. Okay, fair enough then. What is it? Do you just have your real name on there? I wouldn't want my real name on there. I have a friend who point blank refuses to get a contract phone because he doesn't like having stuff on credit. It's a weird attitude, I guess. I don't know. Don't really get it. Look at Kev being all coy in case Anna is watching. I'm not being coy. I genuinely have never used Tinder and don't know how it works. I know it's the thing that you swipe on, but I've never used it. It's bound to be someone catfishing people as me on Tinder. That's awesome. Go find them. Thoughts on Jaffa cakes in the freezer? I imagine it's quite nice. Bit like a orangey, chocolatey dessert kind of thing. I imagine that's quite pleasant. Certainly better than a melted Jaffa cake. Why? Do you put Jaffa cakes in the freezer, you weirdo? Can I become Kev when I grow up? It takes a lot of skill and talent, but yes, otherwise Zealand does it. What, Zealand puts Jaffa cakes in the freezer? Do they even have Jaffa cakes in America? That strikes me as something Americans wouldn't understand. But Zealand's just gone up in my estimation a little bit. I always had him down as a bit of a buffoon, but it sounds like he put some thought into that. Good work, Zealand. We can get them at a premium. Okay. Similar to how if we want to buy those sponge things that I can't remember the name of. The things that would survive a nuclear winter. What are they called? Twinkies. Yeah, those things. Yeah, they're like £1. If you go to a Comic-Con, it's like £1 each for one. Or you can buy a box for about a tenner. If you go to B&M, a box is like £4, but that still seems very overpriced. But you can buy a pack of Kit Kats for £2. And Kit Kats are better. What is it with FM streamers and weird food habits? I think everyone's got food habits that other people would consider weird, but we just talk about them more because we have hours and hours of conversation to fill every week. And the conversation eventually goes everywhere. But everyone does weird stuff with food, I'm sure. How was my Chinese? It was all right. I'm not a massive fan of Chinese. Anna's the one who likes Chinese, really. I'd rather have a curry. Have I tried the wasabi Kit Kat? I haven't. I didn't know that was a thing. I like the matcha Kit Kats. They're nice. Amazing that most FM streamers talk about food. I mean, that's the chat that we remember. We're controlled by the chat. The conversation goes where you lot take it. We don't. I mean, I say we don't. I certainly don't come into a stream with a list of topics that we're going to cover that evening. I turn the stream on, ready to start playing some Football Manager. Say hi, how we doing? And then the conversation goes where the conversation goes. There's no planning that goes into this. So, yeah, if we talk about food, it's because you lot lead us down to talking about food. You lot are the ones who are obsessed with it. It's only because the weather isn't a talking point when you're sat inside. What is the weather? I haven't been outside today. Do I script my YouTube videos? Do you feel like they're scripted when you watch them? I absolutely do not script anything. I can't do scripts. You'll have seen when I do ad reads, the amount of jump cuts in my ad reads compared to in all of the rest of my videos, because I've got certain points that I have to hit. I'm terrible at scripts. I couldn't be an actor. I can't remember lines. For me to do a 90-second ad read, it'll probably take 15 minutes. Whereas for me to do a 20-minute YouTube video, it will take 20 minutes because I'll just do it. But if I've got something I actually have to do, then it takes me much longer because I'll constantly forget what I'm supposed to say or get it wrong. What did I have from the Chinese? It was horrible. It was like I had beef with mushrooms. I decided to go the non-vegetarian route tonight. And the meat was horrible. It was just really scraggly, nasty meat. We've got an away goal. Wong Di! and some salt and pepper chips, which were all right. I don't eat rice because rice makes me poo liquid, so I don't have rice. Some like chicken ball things. It wasn't very good. Kev definitely has time to write scripts for all his videos. I know. I had a pre-diet kebab tonight. I love the logic of the pre-diet takeaway. We're all idiots. Were the balls revitalized? I might revitalize them. There's like half a bag left over because they weren't very nice. Do I live sushi? I don't live sushi. I don't mind sushi. Sushi's fine. But again, I can't really have rice. So it does limit me to what I can have sushi-wise. I like the taste of it, but I will be pooping constantly afterwards. Does Wong Di have a second nationality? Presumably. I don't think it's a traditional English name. Should we have a look? So his second nationality is Thai. There we go. He was born in Thailand. What's my thoughts on Chinese steamed custard buns? Never heard of them. Diet starts after a takeaway. I've been on too many diets. Yeah, diet starts tomorrow. Well, not even diet. I'm going to really, go strict with the intermittent fasting again. Back on the Huel every day rather than like half the time not really having it. And I'm in the gym 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. I have to book an hour slot in the gym because of all this COVID shenanigans. I have to book a slot, and if I miss my allotted slot, they won't let me book another slot online. I'll have to book them in person. So it's actually quite motivating because I absolutely would not ring them up to book a slot. I would just not go. If they said, "Oh, you can't book online anymore because you didn't hit your appointment," I'd just stop going. That'd be it for and I've paid the year in advance. But it'd just be like, "Yeah, I'm not coming anymore because I don't want to ring you up." So the fact that I've got that as a motivator means I will actually go tomorrow. Because if I don't go tomorrow, I can't ever go again. So I'll be in there at 8 o'clock in the morning. I've not even had a look around yet, but I'm going to have a little rummage around. It's only a 2-minute walk from my front door. So we should be good. Tell you what, Stukalov was a good sign-in. When you get to 11 a.m, Mackie D's offer you a 99p triple cheeseburger. Then you add 20 nuggets and a milkshake on the side. Well, luckily, McDonald's is much further away from my house. No machines. Get on the Olympic bar. Last time I used free weights, I got a slip disc. I will be very much easing myself in slowly with a little bit of gentle cardio. And a total body workout on the machines. Ease myself. I've not been in a gym for a year. So, yeah, I'm not going in there doing a full-on bodybuilding routine first day back. Can't stand the idea of only 1 hour in the gym immediately. Well, you can book a 2-hour slot if you want to. I can't imagine a circumstance where I'd ever be in a gym more than 45 minutes. If it takes longer than 45 minutes, it's just wasted energy as far as I'm concerned. I might as well go and do something else. The idea of going to the gym is to get a quick burst of exercise in when I'd otherwise be sat in a chair. If I've got 2 hours free, I could go and do something fun that burns calories. So, yeah, I wouldn't ever want to spend 2 hours in a gym. How many exercises do I do in 45 minutes? 5 or 6, probably. Once I'm up and running again, I won't do this tomorrow because, like I say, I'm easing myself in. But when I was going before lockdown, because I went every day in 2020 until lockdown hit. I was in a really good routine. So I'd have a split between, I'd have like 3 splits into different muscle groups. And then I'd do little circuits, which again, you can't really do circuits in COVID land because you have to clean down all the equipment after each time. So doing circuits is going to be much harder unless I'm the only person in there. But I'd do like, take 3 exercises, do a circuit of them, like 3 sets on a circuit, pick another 3 and do a circuit of 3 sets with those, and then go and do some kind of like, certainly not intense cardio. I hate cardio, but just fill up the rest of my time with 20 minutes of cardio or so. And that was plenty for me. That's all I need. I don't need to be in there. I'm not trying to qualify for the Olympic powerlifting team. Am I going back to my old routine? Not immediately, but that's what I'm working towards, yeah. This week is just going to be getting into the habit of going again. So I'll go and walk on the treadmill for a bit. I'll have a little look around to see what they've got, get the lay of the land, and then work out what I'm going to be doing. But you wouldn't believe it to look at me, but I do know what I'm doing in the gym. I played a lot of sport in my youth. It's why people always say I don't look the weight I am, because I'm very wide. There's a lot of me. There's a lot of me in all directions. And I gain muscle quite quickly. So, yeah, it'll be fun. I like lifting weights. The trick for me is not eating so much. Do enough in the gym to wake my body up and then stop eating so much. And then I'll look like The Rock in no time. Went for a kickabout with some mates on Saturday. Probably first bit of exercise I've done in a few years, and I still ache. Exactly. That's why I am going to be taking it easy tomorrow. What position did I play when I played football? Centre back. Very much the Tony Adams, Harrison Davies style as well, not the Rio Ferdinand. Just the big lump who's there to head it away and kick people really hard. Lifting weights is so much more fun than cardio. Absolutely. Especially in the gym. I mean, if I was just going there to do a bunch of cardio, I'd just go for a walk or ride my bike. The reason for me to go to the gym is to lift weights. Who would be my Ferdinand? Rio himself. Why can't he be it? The one thing I am a little bit sad about is my new gym doesn't have a pool. And I used to like, because my old routine, I would do weights Monday, Tuesday, and then Thursday, Friday. And Wednesday would be swimming day. And I used to like swimming day, but there's no pool at my current gym. There is another one in the same chain that's like a 15-minute drive away that has a pool. So if I want to go, if I really want to go and swim on a Wednesday, I can drive to the slightly further away gym that does have a pool. But if I want the one that I can't really get out of going to because it's right there, there's no pool. Much, much sadness. What nation am I going to next? It really depends on how the save goes. We might finish it with Sheffield United, or we might go somewhere else. It depends. If we win the league and then win the Champions League and then feel like we're done, we probably won't do another nation. There's no point going and travelling around Europe as a Champions League winning manager. You just walk into any job then. Whereas if this is just a one-season flirtation with the Champions League and we turn back into Sheffield United again next year, then we'll probably go after that. This summer could be the time to move when your stock is high. Maybe. Imagine if Mourinho called his career in 2015, you wouldn't want to continue. I mean, a real-life manager's career is a little bit different to Football Manager, especially when you're trying to create content on it. Anyone who just wants to see you winning over and over again needs to grow an imagination. Football Manager is all about the story and the struggle. There's no fun in just, especially because of the way Football Manager works. As soon as you've won the Champions League with one team, you'll just walk into the next team and win it again there. And it would just be a case of me, right, we'll go to Real Madrid this summer. Oh, we won the Champions League again. Let's go to Juventus. Oh, we won the Champions League again. Bayern Munich, anyone? And there's no logic in saying, actually, let's not go to Bayern Munich. Let's go to Hamburg. Let's make it a little bit more interesting. Why would I go to Hamburg when I've just been at Real Madrid and Juventus? It's impossible to have a realistic version of that, of a Jose Mourinho kind of career in Football Manager. Because it's too easy at that level. Bum, ba-da-dum. Ba-da. Come on, boys! That'd be Guardiola simulator. Yeah, exactly. But even he doesn't go and win it in his first year like I would. I mean, you saw me do it in Non-League Legend last year. We went from Tottenham to Bayern to Barcelona to Man United. And we just kept winning everything everywhere. That'd be a fun save idea. How many Champions Leagues can you win in a row, different teams? It would... See, this is another one of the... I think this is another example of a... It feels like it'd be a good save idea. It probably would be a fun save to play on your own. For content, for actually watching that, it wouldn't be a good YouTube series. Because it would be boring, because it would just be winning all the time. It'd probably be fun to play. But no one would watch it. Oh, that's very unfortunate. Ba, 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 da, da. Ba, ba, da, da. Van Gaal went from Barca to AZ Alkmaar. What, he resigned from Barca to manage Alkmaar? That's what happened, is it? Or did he get sacked at Barcelona and end up at Alkmaar as his next job? I don't know the answer, but I think I can fairly confidently predict which one of those is the right answer. Unless you try Ben's Glory Hunter style save from FM20. Again, for it to be interesting, I think you need to make it 10 years rather than 20. If we'd have carried on with Non-League to Legend last year, we'd have completed Glory Hunter within 20 years whilst starting in non-league. Because we nearly got there anyway. It's a nice concept, but I wouldn't want to do his exact concept anyway. Right. We need a win against Bruges here. Well, we've already 4-0 up. We just need to not mess up. I think that's why we just lost against Villa, because we were worried about Europe, which is a silly, frustrating Football Manager thing. Because in reality, this tie's already won. Have you considered the Isle of Man save again? I don't really want to redo it, to be honest. And I think I am done. I know I've said this before, and I always get drawn back to them because they do seem so exciting, but I think I am done with these tier 8, tier 10 starts for a little while. They're long. They're so long. So, Van Gaal went Ajax, Barcelona, Holland, Barcelona, Ajax, Alkmaar, Bayern, Holland, Man United. So he didn't leave Barcelona to go to Alkmaar. So am I right in assuming he was sacked by Barcelona, then sacked by Ajax, and ended up at Alkmaar to rebuild his career? That's a very different career shape to what I was describing. Yeah, Born's tier 10. Home was tier 8. Left by mutual consent from Barcelona, so sacked then. Do I have plans for a new team in the Road to Glory in FM22? No, I haven't even started thinking about. I won't start thinking about FM22 until like September probably. Resigned from IX due to a conflict. So yeah, effectively sacked from both of them. Bum 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 bum. What happened to Kettering? That was non-league legend this year. It's been gone, finished. Which player in the Bourne saved I think will stay with me the longest? It's difficult to say because the ones that are any good tend to leave because someone will poach them. So it'll probably be someone like Briones who's no good, but will never leave because no one else wants him. But he's actually quite useful in our system, even though he's not actually any good. So it'll be someone like that. Briones, Goncalves. Yeah, one of those two probably. That would be my guess. I'd love to say Jorge Hernandez, but I don't think there's any chance he stays long term. I live in actual Bourne. This save is far more interesting. Hooray! Not wearing a suit. Yeah, I don't wear a suit on Twitch anymore. It's too warm. It's getting too warm to sit in it. It's all right wearing a suit for a 20-minute video and then getting changed immediately afterwards, but my office gets hot. I can't have the fan on while I'm recording. I've got the window open, but it's still warm in here. I've got two PCs on. The lights are all on. It's a small room. Me and Dave are in here sweating. So yeah, suits on streams. Oh, they're not happening. Oh, I'm getting tired. Oh, the last 7 days, I've been getting ready for bed at this time. I thought about aircon. It's too noisy and there's nowhere to put it in here. I had aircon in the garage, but I couldn't use it while I was recording. I had to turn it off while I was recording. And then I turn it back on again as soon as I was finished. Because it's just too noisy. It makes the video sound rubbish. How am I finding the Mac Mini? What am I using it for? I think it's great. I use it for anything that's not making Football Manager videos or streaming. So anything to do with the vlog is done on the Mac Mini. Just general computing is done on there. I'm very much a Mac man. Any plans for the next Twitch save? Can't seem to get into this one. This one's going to be around for a while, I think. This one's a lot of fun. Installed aircon. Mine's silent. Well, I rent, so that's a no for a start. And it's a tiny office. It's a terraced house. There's many reasons why we couldn't have aircon installed. It's just not. I don't know if you're in the UK or not. It's not really a thing that you have in the UK. Yeah, for the Mac, I just use it for everything that I don't have to use a PC for. You are in the UK. Okay. It's a very unusual thing for us to have, as you'll know. And certainly not an option for me renting. Yeah, Macs are awesome, boys and girls. Everyone should have a Mac. Cheaper than a PC as well these days with the M1, which is the really mad thing. My Mac Mini costs less than both of my PCs. And when you consider my MacBook Pro, that's like 5 years old, cost more than both of my PCs, that shows how much more reasonably priced the Macs are now they've got the M1 in them all. It's ridiculous. Anyone who's previously ruled out a Mac because their Macs are so expensive, when you're getting ready for your next computer, unless you want something for gaming, you should genuinely be looking at a Mac because it's probably a cheaper option for what you want to do. Reckon you'll get an M1 iPad Pro? I can't. Probably. I doubt I will. Anna might get one because her MacBook Air is about 10 years old. And she's got an iPad Air as well. So both of her bits are getting on a little bit, and I think probably the sensible upgrade for her is the M1 iPad Pro, because it will then do both jobs. But I don't really use an iPad. I work from home. I have a MacBook Pro for when I'm not at home. All I use my iPad. I've got one of the original iPad Pros, one of the really big ones. And all I use it for is a comic book reader. So it will do that forever. There'll be no reason to upgrade that. And I just can't see what I'd use an iPad Pro for. I'd like a current iPad Pro. I don't know what I'd use it for. I have an iPad and all I use it for is Netflix. Yeah, exactly. I like the idea of having an iPad, but I don't really use it. I don't get anything out of it. I used to use it a lot more when I was a teacher. I'd do all my lesson planning and my diary and everything would be on it. And when I was out and about and didn't have a laptop with me, and it was really useful when I was a teacher. But working from home with my office, every piece of work I do is done in this office. My PCs and my Mac and my MacBook are all in here. There's just not really a reason to have one for me. iPad Pro running Mac OS has to be coming soon. I mean, there's been a lot of talk about it, hasn't there? I think they're just afraid to kill the MacBook Air, which I don't think they do need to be afraid of. I say kill it. I don't really see the purpose of the MacBook Air anymore. When you can get a MacBook Pro for a similar sort of price, just keep the MacBook Pro as your laptop. You could even just start calling it the MacBook, because it's the only one you do now. But have the MacBook Pro as your laptop, and then smush the iPad Pro and the MacBook Air together. Easy. Go full Surface. Hydration done. My MacBook Pro 16 gig quad core i5 cost me $1,600 in September. I love it. Can even do molecular modeling on it. Runs fine. And a 27 league save on FM. See, that's just awesome. Posture check is done. Macs are great. Don't let anyone tell you Macs aren't great. Which you don't hear a lot on Twitch, because obviously this is all about gaming, and gamers don't use Macs because they don't run games very well. Streamers don't use Macs because you can't stick capture cards and things in them. So it is frustrating that as much as I love Macs, and if I didn't do this as my job, like before I'd started YouTube, I didn't have a PC. I started doing YouTube with my MacBook, and then ended up buying PCs as I got more into it because I realized I needed them. But before YouTube, I hadn't owned a PC for years. Right, well, we're through to the next round of the Europa League. We've got the draw coming up. It can't be the semi-final next. We must have the quarter-final and the semi-final draws at the same time. Hardware and Macs is usually great. It's Apple I have an issue with. What issue do you have with Apple? Apple are a wonderful company. I have all of the Apple things. I wander around with my Apple Watch on, with my AirPods in my pocket, my iPhone, my iPad, my MacBook, my Mac. I'm a full-on Apple fanboy. Because I love the fact that they just work. And that's coming, and that's as someone who has a computer science degree. I still do iPods. Did I say iPods? I meant AirPods. That's what they're called, aren't they? The earphone things. They're AirPods. I'm sure that's what they're called. Do I have a tactics video on YouTube? I doubt it. I'm not sure. I'm sure one of the mods could go and have a quick check. I don't think I have a tactics video. They're all tactics videos. Good answer. Tactics aren't really that important. If you need to know about tactics, your recruitment isn't good enough. Right. Who are we going to play? West Ham, it seems. Oh, no, I just missed the thing. I'd like to avoid Atletico. Of all the teams that are left in, Celtic can take care of them. And we've got Valencia. And then we're going to get the semi-final draw as well. So in the semi-final, it's going to be us or Valencia versus Atletico or Celtic. We've got the tough route through to the final. If we get to the final, we're winning the tournament. Decided. Don't think we're getting to the final, though. Got to get past Valencia and then Atletico. We're on the telly a lot for the next couple of weeks. That's quite the TV run. If you're a brand new player to Football Manager, I do have like videos, like introductions to the game, tutorial type videos, but they're not specifically dealing with tactics because I actually don't think you need to know too much about tactics to be able to play the game. If you do the in-game tactics tutorial, and then let's clear this one off, and then follow your assistant manager advice, like they're telling me which ones of these to use. I'm not using any of these. I'm ignoring them, but I could do a wing play tactic or a tiki-taka tactic. It tells you how it works. From there, it's going to recommend a formation. Again, it's explaining everything as you go. There's the whole tutorial that leads you into this as well, but then you go in there and it will tell you what each of the positions do. It's all kind of explained in game. Who's the best player? Tabakaru, the greatest wonder kid in Football Manager history. Would you like to see him? You can have a quick look. Don't startle him. He's easily scared. We need to get this rotten tactic out of the way. Hold on, get rid of this. Can't find it. There he is. He's hiding in midfield. He is a striker. But this is Tabakaru. Who wants him? Arsenal and Tottenham. Get out of here, Super League scum. Yeah, he's quite good. Quite a good goal return. Is Tabakaru better than Senajaki? Yes. Yes, he is. Only really need tactics if you play PvP. I still disagree with that. I think the ones who are most tactical are the ones who keep getting knocked out. I think Jack would consider himself someone who knows tactics well. Zealand makes the tutorials, for goodness sake. It's Clates has won back-to-back with a pretty basic 4-4-2. Tactics, yeah. Bum, 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 bum. Right, I think this is probably going to be the last game of the stream tonight. We're in an FA Cup quarterfinal, a Europa League quarterfinal. How did we do in the Carabao Cup? Feels like we were knocked out of that really early. We were knocked out of it really early. But quarterfinal of the FA Cup, quarterfinal of the Europa League, and we're still top four in the Premier League. What an incredible season. What an incredible season this has been. And it's still going. We're going to be carrying on with this on Wednesday night. We'll play this match now. And then Wednesday night, we're going to be back about 7 o'clock. And probably get through to the end of the season on Wednesday night. So by the end of Wednesday, we could be a Champions League club with a couple of trophies under our belt. Which would be absolutely stunning. What band is this? It's Stream Beats. So, yeah, it's just all part of the Stream Beats collection. So yeah, that's the album. This is the instrumental version of the album. There is a version of this album with lyrics and whatnot. But lyrics are so very distracting when I'm trying to converse with you. So we don't do lyrics. Right, win this game. We take a big leap towards Champions League qualification. We're in 4th, Spurs are in 5th. The league table has us separated by 3 points, but we have the better goal difference. It is going to be close if we don't win this game. Oof, that wouldn't have been a very pleasant start. Doom, doom. Come on. Do a football, boys. My microphone's so high up, I can barely see the pitch. My microphone's right up under my eyeballs. I don't know why it's up there. Let's just adjust the height of that a little bit. Much better. While I'm adjusting my microphone, you might want to check out NordVPN, who I haven't mentioned all evening because I am a terrible sponsee. But NordVPN are great. You need a VPN, and they're a good one. You should go get one. More details on Wednesday when I do this week's long advert for NordVPN. But I have to mention them every stream because they are super duper super duper. That's how good they are. You don't get that many supers and dupers that close together unless it's for a company like NordVPN, because they're great. Exactly. Wongdi! Wongdi! A 13th goal of the season for Wongdi. Who needs Ander Prieto? Does Wongdi look Spanish to you? Of course he doesn't. He's from Thailand. Oh, beautiful. He's done so well there as well. He's turned two Tottenham defenders inside out. He's made them look like Tottenham defenders there. Well played to Wongdi. That's Wongdi again. Oh, this time they kick him and get the ball, which I might add feels a lot like cheating. It's beginning to look a lot like cheating. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Jack, I'm sorry to hear that. My commiserations. Hopefully once your contract is up, you'll see the error of your ways and get that fixed. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Bum bum bum. Bum 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 bum. Come on, boys. Oh. Oh. No. We were defending all right, and then it all went a little bit wrong. 1-1, 26 minutes on the clock. A draw's okay for us. There's 8 games left after this. A draw will be absolutely fine. A win is obviously preferable, though. And at all costs, we must make sure we don't let Tottenham win. Which in normal circumstances is like saying, don't forget to breathe. But we've got to be careful. Must be a Jack thing. I'm with another VPN too. You'll figure out the error of your ways eventually. Oh, they're in again here. Oh dear. Oh dearie me. Oh dearie me. This is not what we were looking for. This is going to leave us with work to do on Wednesday night stream. If you're wondering why I'm not streaming tomorrow night, boys and girls, it is of course because I'm going to be sat in this very chair looking at this very monitor watching Posh get promoted to the championship. Might even live tweet along with it. I might even set up my new TikTok tripod and do a TikTok celebrating. Oh look, we're in the championship again. I did warn Anna that we got relegated from the championship just after me and Anna met, so she's only ever known me as a League One football fan. So I did warn her it's going to get fancy in a couple of days time. She's going to be gadding about with a championship football fan. She's not going to know what's hit her. It's a significant upgrade, and I don't know that she's ready for it. Yeah, I've got a TikTok tripod. It holds my phone so I can tick and talk, because I am TikTok sensation Mr. Kevin Chapman. Watch along. I ain't doing a watch along. I don't want to ruin my experience with a bunch of Herberts talking to me about stuff that's not relevant. Thanks for paying my bills, folks. Thank you. It is appreciated. Come on! We've got to stop chasing this surplus. I love how Kev has the cursor right in the middle of the screen. People are weird about the cursor. I get that comment on YouTube like, oh, Tabakaru! I often just leave the cursor here or there. It's a cursor. I'm watching the football match. I'm not noticing the cursor. Other people seem to have their eyes drawn to the cursor. It's a weird one. I never think to move it out the way. What are you looking at cursors for? There's a football match going on. Come on, boys. Let's all do a football. Let's all do a football. Da, 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 da. Right. Come on. On you all come. Here come the cavalry. Wongdi's shattered. Everyone's pretty tired, actually. Why is everyone so tired? I think we're playing too much football. Right, come on. Let's encourage them. Encourage! Ooh. Ooh. So close. Come on now. Oh, here we go. We're going to turn this ship around, boys and girls. Here we go. Here we... Oh, that was poor. 10 minutes to find a winner. Come on. Right, here we go. This move is where the winning goal comes from. Tabakaru. He's in. Oh, if he'd have stuck that in from there, that would have been ridiculous. He had Wonder Kids to the left of him, Wonder Kids to the right. He decided to go it alone, and he's just not that good. He needs to use his fellow Wonder Kids. Eagles, thank you for the gifted subs. Lovely stuff. What a way to see out the end of the stream. Tabakaru's in here. Oh, sharp intake of breath time. Good work, Beagles. My Lord Mower brother. Are you going to be disappointed that you won't get the trophy celebration cutscene on iFile? I'm a little bit, yeah. Ash Gill, thank you for the sub. Millie's on. The curse of earlier in the season, Millie. Millie the Monster, as he's known in the trade. Who's doing the cartwheel? Joe Bursick will have to do the cartwheel. It's the rules. Goalkeepers have to do it. Which, by the way, if we've got any Stoke fans in, he's rubbish. We may as well keep him. You don't want him back. He ain't any good. We'll keep him for you. Just let us have him for nothing permanently. We'll look after him. You don't want him clogging the place up. He'll get in the way. You don't need him. We'll have him. We'll take him off your hands. We're doing you a favour, Stoke fans. I think that might have worked. Right. We are going to wrap things up there, boys and girls. We end the stream 8 games from the end of the season. 3 points clear of Tottenham. Tabakaru's still top scorer. Liam Delap second is beautiful. Tabakaru best average rating. Wongdi second for assists. We're a good side. Not only have we got that situation going on, but we're also sat in the quarterfinals of both the Europa League and the FA Cup. Wednesday night's stream is going to be spectacular because not only are we going to be celebrating Posh's promotion back to the Championship, back to the Promised Land, we're going to be winning some trophies here as well. So let's find somebody to raid. Who can we raid? Who's on? Twitch is the name of the website, isn't it? Twitch.tv. Who is streaming that we can raid? Let's raid Josh. I think I've tried to raid him before and always forget his underscore. So we might actually successfully raid him this time. So we'll raid Josh. Go and behave. Have fun with him. What am I doing? Why have I just put at? I don't know how to raid anymore. Let's try again. Josh Peach underscore. Kev, press enter. Hooray! I managed to figure out how to do a raid. I'll see you back here 7 o'clock on Wednesday. No stream tomorrow night, remember, boys and girls. Keep an eye on Twitter for all the details. And don't forget to follow me on TikTok, because I'm a TikTok sensation. That's the wrong thing, Kev. What the hell have you done there, man? Oh, my word.
see who's about. Who can we go and raid? What a lovely little... Oh my day! We're literally... Well then, we are not going anywhere.